Trash to Cash podcast. How's it going? Ow, ow, ow. I didn't really get situated. Kevin, are you wearing your PJs? What's happening?
Yeah, I got some PJs. So
Have you just given up at this point or something?
Oh,
no, I
He
didn't.
kind
I
of looks
shut
like PJ
eBay
Masks.
down, and I've just been kind of taking a little semi break. And my parents had us over for a little Christmas get together thing and exchange like gifts. Not like you can steal gifts and stuff. You ever play that game? And so I'm like, why am I going to put on? I'll just wear my pajamas. I'm
Wait,
not ever.
you're
Can I
not
be
wearing
honest,
pants.
Kevin?
You just said, "Why am I going to put on
I
pants?"
find, it's always ridiculous. It's always ridiculous that you wear the hat with the sunglasses, but in the PJs, it's the most ridiculous
You have
look
so many
you have ever
contrasting
rocked.
colors. I'm not a stylist, but this isn't working. What you're
What are you
doing,
talking
it's
about?
not
It
working.
matches. Look
Put
at the
on like a
blue.
little, put on like a little Santa cap or
at the
something.
blue.
Put on a beanie or a
I
Santa
like
cap.
how he's
or something
touching his
like that.
nipples when he's
No,
doing
my
that. You
nipple's
notice
down here.
that?
Oh my goodness.
Guys,
Dave,
comment
you're
below.
low. I don't know if you know this.
I know
but
I'm not. I won't be in post as long as you can hear me.
Okay.
It's fine.
I can hear
because
you well now.
I do it
Can you turn
individually.
Carrie down so I can hear him?
I do. Yeah, I do
That's
our
fair.
audio
That's
tracks
fair. No,
individually.
I'm going to let you
so it'll
talk
be fine.
business. I'm going to be
As long as you can
professional.
hear me, we're good.
Business.
Okay,
Finish.
so okay, I want everyone to comment on Kevin's fit down below. Make sure
Yeah,
you just
fit
put your
check
comments
for
on
Kevin.
Kevin's fit. We're doing a little fit check. What are you
Kevin
wearing at the
looks
bottom,
like
Kevin?
as he gets older, he's becoming more like a baby. He's turning into a giant baby.
He is
I
a little
almost
baby.
wore my Home Alone shirt.
Oh my
No,
gosh,
no,
he's
no,
wearing
Kevin.
a Home Alone shirt under his Ultimate Warrior shirt.
You filthy animals.
I
There you
meant,
go.
I meant. Do you have pants on? I was asking if
I
you
have
pants
pajama
on.
pants on.
Let's
Yeah.
see him.
No,
Come on, bro. Does it have the little flap that's open in the front?
No,
and
just
oh, they
flannel.
don't
look at
match
that
again.
flannel.
He
He's
doesn't
got
match in any
The
way.
flannel doesn't work either. Who dressed you? Dawn dresses
little
me, so I
hat.
look good. That's
Dawn
why
was-
dresses me.
neon
Listen.
green and pink.
Carrie's
Whatever
trying
this
to censor Dawn now because I keep bringing
Dude.
stuff up that she says. But
Yes.
I just, Carrie, don't censor Dawn. People are here for us as we are, okay?
Let me
And
tell
so
you.
when she complains to me about having to get you dressed this morning, don't interrupt her. Just let her complain. I enjoy it. I was having a good time.
Look, I just asked her if she was going to do it. Not that I didn't demand that she did it. I just asked if I needed to do it myself.
He's just standing there naked. Do you expect me to dress myself?
This is normal conversation couples
Between
have.
married couples. Yeah,
Yes.
well, dating couples, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Married couples that ship on different accounts.
Yes.
I don't, okay, so,
Well,
I
we're not
mean-
married, but yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Carrie's very worried about tax write-offs. He really is. Like, he's always talking about tax write-offs.
Mm-hmm.
I will say,
Are you
like,
scared to take them?
Carrie, if you...
I get a little, like, I'm just very picky
No,
about it. I
he
like to be
likes
very
to get 'em.
thorough. Believe it
But-
or not.
But I feel like... I'm not sure. I'm not an accountant, so don't take my word on this. But I feel
What's
like
this
there's
blanket
actually
statement
tax
for the whole video?
savings. I feel like there's tax savings in filing married jointly, isn't there, Kevin?
Well, there's benefits, yeah. I mean,
Like lower tax bracket.
we were
going
going to have the trash to cash wedding at some point. I
we
just
might
gotta
need
convince
to.
Dawn.
It would make your life much simpler because then you could just combine all this
It
stuff.
depends. There are different reasons why you do different things, but generally speaking, yes. But they aren't married, so you can't.
Well, I'm saying
file
if they got
together.
married. I'm saying they could
If-
get married even if just for the tax benefits.
But Carrie couldn't get the food stamps anymore if they did
Well,
that.
There's, dude, and
I didn't think
seriously,
about
the
that.
kidney beans are top notch. When you get them in the can, and Dawn opens the can for me because I don't know how to use a can opener.
Hey, there's a lot of look. Look. Let's be real here. There's a lot of resale. There's a lot of reasons, and why people do things reselling wise, and they can only make so much, and they can do whatever and finagle it. Not that Carrie's doing that. I'm not saying that, y'all.
Don't
Don't send him the hate mail. That was not true.
Well, I think okay. So I wanted to start off. I didn't listen to Kevin, but I'm sure it was a good point. I want to start off
Not
talking
really.
about honey. Okay, have
Honey?
you heard about honey? There's a big controversy.
Like honey, the
Honey,
like
the
the Mariah
browser
Carey
extension.
song?
Okay,
Just like
this kind of blew my mind. So someone just came out with a video. Do you ever watch CoffeeZilla? He like calls
Yeah.
out like the fake Irish deeds and stuff that Josh was trying to sell
Yeah,
everyone.
Josh was into that for a
the
while.
bull
I think
crap
he's a
stuff,
lord of
Scottish
a
deeds,
couple
lord of
acres in
underpants.
Ireland right now.
But anyways, so this other guy does it too, and he just dropped a video about honey, Kevin, and it is
Yeah.
insane. Have you ever done an integration for honey?
I'm gonna do. I should talk about this.
is
No,
honey
wait.
like a
I haven't,
rebate
but
thing
I do
or
have a honey
something?
story.
Honey though is like legit, allegedly, kind of ripping off creators big time because yeah,
Like big
So-
honey.
Honey the browser extension that
I'm
gives you
just
deals.
now getting this.
Okay,
I thought we were still talking about Honey. Like
this is
bee
crazy,
honey.
guys. If you have Honey installed,
Got it.
first of all, install it because they're tricking you badly. So there's a couple things they're doing that are pretty evil. Number one, all the ads where they say they're going to find you their best deal, they literally don't. Like this guy went through like extensive testing and he always could find a better deal than the Honey browser extension. And also with the Honey browser extension, they work with retailers and the retailers set the coupons. So like you can't get more.
Is it like when Kevin puts a sale on eBay,
idea,
but he ups everything double?
Kevin is helping me realize that I need to start at the beginning. Honey is a web browser extension. Wait. Their advertising
web
campaign.
Browser.
Listen,
What's
back
a web
in the
browser?
back in the day, there was all these websites like Retail Me Not and Coupon Cabin and things like that. And you could go there and you could find coupon codes for eBay to save 10% off your order. And so everyone would go hunt for coupon codes all over the place before they completed an order on any website. They all stopped doing it because Honey did the work for you. You didn't have to search anymore. So
I
eventually,
can help you out. Just use code Commonwealth no matter where you're at.
Eventually, Honey has kind of stopped actually finding codes. They literally just work with the retailer and get their own codes that the retailer sets. And so, like, even though might be a 10% coupon code, they're only doing a 3%. But this isn't okay. That's bad if you're a shopper. But the worst part is that Honey, if you where'd Kevin go? Did he just? Is he? What's he? Oh, now Carrie's gone. What's happening?
I'm playing whatever game Kevin's playing.
So
you're
Honey
doing a Kevin
pays,
thing where you're rattling on.
This
about
is so
stuff
interesting to me.
about.
No, it is so
It's
incredibly
interesting.
interesting. No, Kevin's gonna get
we have 30
a
to 40
semi by the time I'm done with this. Just give it a minute. Give it a minute. Watch Kevin's little
land the plane, Dave. You would say that to Kevin.
They were stealing the affiliate last click. They were stealing it. So you'd click on Mr. Beast's link to something on Amazon. You press the Honey button, and they take over his affiliate cookie and literally steal it. And they always, so Honey has set it up so literally every single, well, dude, but Mr. Beast didn't know, and Linus Tech didn't know, and all these people didn't know. So they lost millions and $1 million. Here's an example the guy did. If you did,
only if they had the Honey app.
Of course, well, but they're literally promoting, hey, download the Honey app. Mr. Beast is saying, download the Honey app.
Okay,
he's getting 10 grand or whatever from Honey to do that, but losing thousands and thousands of dollars from affiliate money. That's for years, right? And so like this is finally coming out.
What is the Honey app and what does it do again?
But how does it?
So here's
how
an
does
example.
It affect the consumer? Not Mr. Beast, but the consumer.
Well, like I said, it lies to you. First of all, let's say you wanted to support Commonwealth Picker, and you have the Honey app. You're literally not supporting him anymore. You're supporting PayPal, which is Honey. Honey is PayPal, so you're giving money to PayPal.
Allegedly,
but secondly,
you should say allegedly after all this.
It's kind of proven. But yeah, allegedly. But secondly, they're not giving you the best coupon code. They're literally not. So there's better deals out there. But not only that. Okay, so this was an example, and I thought this was interesting, and some people find it interesting.
But not as good as Mr. Beast's code, obviously, or they would have just used Mr. Beast. So
no. So in general, 90%. Do you not use Honey? 90% of the time, it says we couldn't find you a better deal. No, 90% of the time, it says we couldn't find you a better deal. Which means you can rest easy. You're getting the best deal.
But even they still got the affiliate.
They still get the affiliate money. Yeah.
Okay.
So just by you clicking that, they get access to your affiliate money. But there usually is a better deal. They're not actually searching.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So they're literally lying to you.
Well, okay.
Is it kind of like when Kevin was going to put a brick in his shed for us, and he never did, and he just did like a lame little picture?
So obviously, you've watched one side of the story. I'm not defending anybody. I don't really know.
You're defending big business. Go.
I will say this: just my old AP World History mind is you try to discover the bias of the person who's telling you whatever it is they're telling you. This was, I'm assuming, somebody who is a social media influencer, and they don't want this to continue to occur, so they would be kind of prejudiced towards making it look worse than it is for their own self-good. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying there is a hidden bias.
But there's literally no benefit in using this app.
See, this is
for the end user.
This is like Dave's like the everyman, and Kevin is talking like he's the big business guy, like defending.
You have to understand, and I should send you the link, Kevin. You should watch it. But they've gotten worse and worse. Okay, so now there's this
everything you hear is the whole story.
I use the app all the time. When he
Okay.
when he
And
told
it's
me these
never
things, I was like,
benefited
holy
you?
crap.
I'm just saying,
It
like,
has, but then I've found coupon
just said
codes
it
that are
never-
better.
let's take.
Okay.
Let me get
So it
serious
seemed
for a
like
second,
I
because
was
you guys
being
are
helped.
talking business, but just objectively, you're wearing a Spider-Man shirt and you're wearing an Ultimate Warrior onesie. Should we be taking any kind of financial advice
No.
or listen to any of this?
Just listen to Carrie.
I'm wearing a Beatles shirt. I should be taken more
Yes,
seriously.
you sold
It's
your
from
whole.
Walmart.
I think okay, so I think
album
this will be more interesting to the
Michael Jackson.
listeners who use this extension because there's this other
Dude,
annoying thing that
who we
happens.
cater-
It's
not
got
the
20 million
Honey
users or something like that.
Extension podcast.
It's got like 20 million users or something like that. It's got a lot of people that use it.
I
But-
was signed up for it at one point.
Yeah, exactly. But the
Yeah,
thing,
in
it's gotten very
2011,
annoying. Carrie.
It's
It's
no
gotten very
upside
annoying.
down. Just saying.
It's gotten very
common law.
annoying to the point where even if there's like they
Should
don't
we talk
have,
about how Napster isn't working like it used to? What else do you want to talk about, Dave?
they don't have like any sort of coupon code box on a
Can I-
website at all.
Can I bring
At
you
all.
back to reselling for a second, but
just
still
wanted to
tied
finish
into
this,
this?
but yeah, sure.
Can I all right, go ahead. Well, no, everybody's tired. We
almost
get the
done.
point. We get the point. Go
Okay,
ahead,
fine.
finish.
I'll
it up.
link the video down below. How about that? Anyone who's
No.
interested, I'll link. No, I'm putting the video. Top
link-
link. I'm deleting
All right.
commons.com.
Link Kevin's
and putting
first
the
video on Commonwealth.
All right, so this is
Flipper.
essentially a clearinghouse site for codes. Is essentially what it is. And you know, you have these clearinghouse sites. You have Expedia and all these different things.
But it's
that,
not.
but-
It's
okay,
trying to
I
take
got
their
you.
place, but it's literally not. It's just
Well, it
tricking
may
you.
have been at one point, and it's not now.
Maybe
right?
it started.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
before
I feel like
PayPal
I'm in
bought
a
it.
Dave Ramsey fever dream. Can I get out of this?
Yes, actually,
All right,
you
let me
can.
make one
Hold
point.
on.
You know,
There we
when all
go.
this cross listing came out and started to happen and everything, I'm like, there seems to be a better way than cross listing. Why doesn't somebody create a site for the user, for the end buyer, instead of for the seller, a clearinghouse for all online products? In other words, you just go in there and say, hey,
Shopcommons.com?
I want, huh?
Like shopcommons.com?
No.
And we should have an internet celebrity bring checks to
No.
people's door.
Listen, I'm making a good point here. And I think somebody could do this. It would take some technology, but you just go into one site, like buy it at thebestprice.com or something. I don't know. And you type in what you're looking for, and it gives you, instead of filtering on eBay for lowest price or whatever, it filters every online selling site and gives you, hey, this is the best place on the internet. You can buy this product for this price.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a
They have
clearinghouse
stuff
for,
like that. They have.
then
stuff
we
like
wouldn't
that.
have to cross list to 7 different sites. just put it out there on one site, and then
Yeah.
people who go there and use that, it takes care of it on that end. I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
thought.
That's the thing.
Bonanza would win, by the way.
Well, anyways, I just think
Or
this
dipped
is
it.
one more interesting point. I know, sure, maybe no
America's
one cares.
favorite place.
Maybe
to
no one
shop,
cares,
allegedly.
but he tested it. He signed up for the affiliate with NordVPN, which apparently gives you a 40% affiliate, which we should probably sign up for that, guys. Our affiliate links for NordVPN down below.
Yeah, we need.
So he went and
stuff like
signed
that.
up. It's like $100 or something. And when he used his affiliate link, which you're not allowed to do, he's probably going to get banned from NordVPN.
He used his own affiliate
Yeah,
link.
which you're not supposed to do. But he got $40, a $40 commission, because it's 40% of $100 for a year. He then did the same thing, followed his link, but just clicked the Honey Look for Coupon button.
Yeah,
And he they
And
said
they
no
got it.
coupons, but you can earn Honey Gold. This is a new thing. The Honey, it's like a cash back on a credit card. Honey Gold of 38 cents if you buy it now and sign into Honey. And
Yeah.
so that means Honey got $39.40
Hey,
or
that
whatever,
makes me
and
think
the
of
end
something.
user gets 60 cents or whatever. It was
So
just interesting.
what if Dave took
Don't
his
use Honey.
links
Uninstall that
he
crap.
has? What if you took all the links that you had and you sent a message to One Foot Flipper and you said, "Hey, I'm going to take all of my links and put them on your description and in your Instagram, and I'll give you a little kickback every month." You could be getting links from other people because you have those links
That'd be
out
pretty
there
good.
across all sites.
And the nice thing is, I would tell Paige, I wouldn't say, "Hey, I'm going to pay you $1,000 to
go.
promote Honey," and then steal all your affiliate links for years on end.
Yeah.
I don't, it's still so
Interesting.
crazy. It
Yeah,
seems so
that's
shady to me.
interesting. All right. Well, it's been
mean,
exposed, so no creator. is
I
gonna
would
ever
like to
push
put the
Honey.
interesting. I'd like to put the interesting in quotations.
I think it's
for the
just
record.
because I was like such a Honey believer. I think it just broke my brain a little today because I like, and then I was like, all these things were just ringing bells to me, and I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot.
Interesting. All right. So I take it neither of you resell anymore then, because this is the topic of conversation. Although you do still pick. I see
Yeah.
the videos. They
Yeah, no.
still make me mad.
What did you learn from the videos, Kevin?
I learned that Carrie knows what MotU is, and I don't like
Yeah,
that either. No, I'm
dude.
kidding.
Well, I'm not that much younger. than
Those
you,
were
as
in
much as
good
we tease you.
condition. You
I
bought a bunch
sold
of
a
They
MotU.
were,
$40
and they had
MotU figure.
you know, accessories, which is huge. We probably will separate the accessories and part those out.
And charge $7 for shipping for an axe.
Yep.
Yeah,
So here's what
axe.
happened.
You got it.
Look at this is
Handling.
relevant.
It will be handled with love
Yeah,
and
she's
care.
handling it. This is relevant. I sold a MotU figure for $40.
Nice.
Yesterday.
What one was it?
It was like one of the animals with the saddle, but I couldn't
was
ship
it the green one? You
don't
got
know.
$40.
It's either Battle Cat or Panther.
No, battle cats aren't worth that much. It was
Yeah,
some,
It had to have been
it was like a
Panther.
purple one, maybe.
Yeah, purple. Yeah.
But I couldn't ship it because
got
I
a
included
Panther
it in my
that lot.
big.
Little beat up on that one though.
A lot of times those aren't in good shape.
I couldn't
What?
ship it because I included it in my Dip bundle that I sold for $100.
Oh,
So
jeez,
a Dip buyer will be making profit off that one instead. That's all right.
Dave is basically a middleman through Dibdit now.
Yeah.
It's like Shop Commons, but you don't feel bad about it afterwards.
Hey, I just want to let the audience know they belittled me for buying the really cute Madame
Yes.
Alexander
Oh,
dolls
dude,
that I
I
fell
did.
in love with
Oh,
when I
that
saw.
made me feel so terrible.
And then I
that
sold
you
them
were
on
doing
Dibdit
well
and
with
I
that,
made a
'cause
profit.
We were right.
And so
We're
it's all
still
good.
right, by the way.
You're
Objectively.
not right. You're not
Yes.
right because they were cute and I wasn't the only one who had a
And
little
this is why-
heartstring struck.
YouTubers get criticized. YouTube resellers get criticized because you buy this stuff and I couldn't sell it, but you could sell it on.
They could on Dibdit. They could
Well,
on
Dave has
Dibdit.
created an audience on Dibdit of people exactly like him and us that, I guess want that stuff.
Want to
With great
overpay for
taste.
Madame Alexander doll.
Or Dick Tracy dolls, whatever
Dick
it is
Dick
that
Tracy's
Carrie wants
good.
to make fun of me for. Carrie made fun of
Yeah,
me, Kevin,
no,
because I got 5 mint condition applause Dick Tracys. They were adorable and
Little
perfect
ones?
You got
condition.
6. No, the bigger ones.
The bigger
yeah.
ones. The bigger
12
ones with
inches,
2 Dick
which
Tracy
is
books
9 inches too
and
many.
the books and cassettes sealed. And I paid $40 for all of it. I thought it was a cool deal.
I
Did
you
you pay
bought
40? Yeah,
Dick
40,
Tracy stuff, and
I feel
I've
like
done
you
really
paid
well
on the
it.
upper end of where you're gonna. I mean, you probably will make money, but like,
Yeah. Guys,
They
bid
are
up my
cool.
Dick Tracys if you want to make Carrie feel bad for
Do you have
making
Breathless
fun of me.
Mahoney's?
Which one's that? I got some guy that
That's
looks like
Madonna,
you,
right?
dude. I got someone that looks so much like you. He's like all wrinkly and in a red
yeah, the
suit.
wrinkly crutch
Oh,
face
yeah.
dude.
Yeah. No,
Kevin
what is his name?
Prune face.
Yeah, prune
Isn't it?
face.
Something like that?
Kevin, like,
I
are
don't
you
remember.
at the stage in life where you're doing a lot of prune work, like a lot of prune drinking? Or are you drinking prune juice right now?
No.
Because that helps you stay
The
regular.
cup
It
of
helps-
cheer.
Oh, there we go. I hope it works.
It's working.
I'm doing the exit thingy, the test on Honey. Like I uninstalled it and asked why, and I said because you steal affiliate money.
You steal from Mr.
You
Beast. He
steal
needs that
from
money.
Linus Tech
does.
Tips. No,
Yeah,
Kevin.
if he doesn't get all
literally,
that money, how is he going to spend $20 million on a video?
They steal from you too. Everyone who has that installed, you're losing money if they. And Honey is so tricky. They always
now you're
force you to
talking
click
my
something.
language here.
That's
All
why I
right,
thought
let's
you'd
do
be excited
something
because
about it.
literally,
Yeah.
everyone who uses Honey who clicks one of your links, they get your affiliate commission.
All right.
They've been doing it for years.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Very good. What do you think about promoting? I've got an offer for a bed. I need a bed. My son's moving out, and I need a bed for that guest bedroom in there. And I'm like, we're talking to my wife. I'm like, we need to find a bed. Start looking now before he gets married and all that stuff. And I get a message saying, "Hey, will you promote this bed? We'll give you a bed
Yeah.
if you promote this bed."
There's
I'm
that
like,
guy that
what?
quit
I'm like,
eBay, Taylor
maybe.
Exchange. He's doing like
Yeah.
a lot of stuff like that now. I think he was doing one on a bed and stuff,
Oh,
I'm
he
like,
quit eBay?
But listen,
like
it's
on TikTok Shop or Amazon affiliates.
that's
I
not
think.
Taylor Exchange, is it?
Yeah,
That's
it is,
That's our
dude.
buddy.
He quit eBay or he quit
that's Jenna's
YouTube?
I
husband.
think it was no. Now you're thinking of Wyatt Sippy.
Wyatt Sippy, yeah. Wyatt.
They're totally
Names!
different humans.
Taxes.
Okay, any rate. But it's a 2-minute inclusion. And I'm like, oh, man, that's going to kill my video.
Do you remember when Wyatt
I want a bed.
he put like a Kobe dunk shoe like on a balloon and flew it to space or something? I vaguely remember that.
Yeah,
Guys,
I mean, it was
remember.
interesting.
If you're concerned about the upcoming tax season, my reseller genie code ADHDave is what you want to use. Okay, don't use any other code, just ADHDave. And next year you won't have as much
They'll go
stress.
backwards, guys.
You'll
They'll
go backwards.
They haven't
You'll
paid
go
us for
forwards. You'll go
They'll go
sideways.
backwards.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
can do the
affiliate
whole
links.
2024.
Code ADHDave
Just
because
magically
Kevin,
appear.
speaking of affiliate money, is earning a lot more than me, and it's upsetting. So
A lot.
you know,
That's not true.
thousands
You have
a day.
pimped yourself so
He
hard the
earns
last year.
thousands a day.
No,
off my reseller gene.
Dave says I'm the master. I'm the master of whatnot integrations in my card videos. It's like
Yes.
30% of my
incredible.
video is just me talking about whatnot.
It's
seriously,
incredible.
and you don't even get any money. Dibdit.com,
I do get
y'all,
money.
for cards.
He
I
gets
know,
a
I
one-time
did, but
little
I'm trying with
kickback.
Dibdit, but it's going to take
Listen,
time because I built up the
I'm
whatnot thing.
about
so
ready
much.
to secure a deal with 2 card bros, and I'm gonna have
Card
to pay
bros
them.
or car bros?
Both.
Card bros, because I'm
Okay.
like, Harry's just not quite.
What are you
he's not
talking
really.
about? I've been
I'm gonna
talking about
secure
it.
a deal. I'm just teasing
Bro,
you.
me and Carrie had a marketing meeting today all
We
about
had a marketing
that.
meeting. Me and
Oh.
And
Dave.
we have some
In the
really good
bathroom?
plans. No, on the drive
No.
to the Browns.
Oh, did you talk to Rod?
No.
Rod was
no.
at the Browns.
He was drunk
Well,
today. I
that-
don't know
see,
why.
I haven't talked to Rod forever.
He's
like,
just
this
been
is like-
ignoring us all.
yeah.
I think he hates us all. Which
I
is
think
fair.
No,
he's
he's-
done
I
with
talked to
the
Rod.
picking niche again. Is he just a
Yeah.
card bro?
Rod
He's
is a
got
card-
a huge video. Rod
Me and
picking
Rod are
and
both
punching
what we
cards.
call card zaddies with a Z, which is what the kids call the daddies, which are
Zaddies?
sexy men.
Okay.
We're zaddies.
He's got a great video on his card channel, Carrie.
Yeah,
Long
he's
form.
got like
Killing it.
34,000 views on
Yeah.
a 2-day-old video.
He's gonna quit the Nurse Flipper show, quit
Yeah.
picking, quit all that, and he's just gonna be card zaddy.
Yeah,
We
he's
buried the
thank you
lead,
for saying
guys.
it like
We
that.
buried the lead. Happy New Christmas Eve. It's
Happy-
Christmas
Happy
Eve
Oh, is
today.
it Christmas
yes.
Eve? Merry
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. Thank
Merry.
you very much.
Merry Christmas Eve. Who's
Stop
Mary?
trying to take the Merry out of
I'm
Christmas Eve.
sorry. Okay, and then I hope you have a nice Christmas tomorrow as well. And I'm kind of looking forward to this spending season for me to go away. But obviously there's downsides.
What's
as
it
a
like
seller.
now that me and Dawn are just going to be like bombing all of your events now, it feels like, which
I
we appreciate.
think I'm okay with it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I think we're
it's
good. We don't
either
get too wild.
yeah, no, you're a little of drunk and disorderly. We got to get pajamas for the pajama party on Christmas morning.
See that I have to. I don't.
need to
I
go
don't-
do
I
that.
Hey, that
usually
reminds
don't
me of
do
something.
pajamas.
Well, we're
last
going
time-
sexy, by the way. Me and Carrie, we're thinking like lingerie from
We're
Victoria's
doing.
Secret. Like,
should we just get one of these Ultimate Warrior onesies and just like share it?
yeah, that's a
So
good idea.
that reminds me. The last time I wore this on a Flipper video not too long ago, and I was reviewed. Somebody reviewed me. Remember how you did that on TikTok, Dave? You
Yeah.
Oh, is
review
it
people's videos.
James,
yes, he
Huff and
reviewed
Stuff
me.
or
I
whatever,
have
Hufflepuff?
not- Yeah, Hufflepuff. Yeah, and James. It used to be my boring reseller life, and
But now it's
and I
like
was
the great reseller life.
And
so
somebody
how did you
sent
go
me a
from
message.
boring to great so fast? He didn't even get in the middle. He just went from.
Is
I
that
think
what
his
it's called
name
now?
is just James now. His name is just his name.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
thought.
just his
Oh, is
name.
it just James?
But he's done a
Hannity.
lot of these
Or
reviews,
say?
and I'm waiting for the ADHD review and the.
I don't think he
Carrie
likes
Arbitrage.
me.
Yeah,
but
he's not
we'll
going to
see.
bother with me.
We'll
I don't
see.
do flipper videos like you guys.
Okay, so I finally
watched a couple. He seems like he's fair.
finally watched Kevin's Old Guy podcast. Finally.
No, did you?
Oh
Oh,
my gosh, dude, Kevin.
Hey,
Okay,
go
so
sub
the
to
first-
them. They-
So
go
the
sub
much
to
first
them. Two old
20
guys
minutes,
Prostate
the
reselling
first
podcast.
20 minutes of this show is
They're so
Kevin.
nice. Don't trash these guys. They're
I am not
amazing
going to trash
people.
them
We
at
love
all.
Caleb. We're
Oh, you're
Why
gonna
would you
trash
think
me.
I would
All right,
trash
trash
them?
me.
What are you
Go
talking
ahead.
about?
Trash
The
me. Go
first
ahead.
20 minutes
Alabama
of this
Jaybird?
show. Did you watch this, Carrie?
I might have
Dude,
watched some of
the
it, I
first
think.
20 minutes, Kevin is performing a self-interview. They're not like saying anything.
see,
He's
that's
literally
trashing
asking
them.
himself questions
This is
and
what
answering
happens.
them, but nobody cares. They're just like
If we
bored.
do
They're
not-
like,
we
dude,
have
we don't care.
trained Kevin.
My gosh.
It's taken years.
Okay, as
And
opposed
then
to Dave
he does
on
this
the
smooth
locker room?
transition into
That's
a
the best
1
locker room
hour
yet.
freaking Commons ad again. And I'm sitting there, I'm
It
like,
was
this can't
not.
really
It was
be
a little bit
all
of
about Shop Commons. And he just kept going. And he kept saying the
Listen.
same things. Like, he's got these little sales guys talking points. He's like, some people need a niche down because, they don't want to be doing all the things. No, I want to do all the things, but
he
I'm
sound
fine
like
with making
Yogi
a
Bear
little
when
less
he did
profit,
it?
boo-boo. Get my picnic basket.
That
That was awful.
I really do. All the things I read on Reddit last night
You are
are true. It's all of them.
Kevin just like
know.
hate reads Reddit to
You're
feel good about
everybody.
our
Yeah,
relationship.
you're
Hey,
obsessed
I
with
read
it. You
on
should start
Reddit-
working.
My mom
Thank
found
you,
Reddit. Did I
gentlemen,
tell
for
you
having
that?
me on. Yes,
Did I
you
tell
did.
you? Yeah.
2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
But this one was, there was somebody who started a thread about how Dave has banned him. And they said there are 11 local
Yes.
resellers.
Yep.
And you
Bullcrap.
have banned
Total
10 of...
bullcrap.
Oh, I know this,
Total
Dave. You
bullcrap.
have to tell me
Yeah.
that. almost everything I've read on there is just completely BS. I mean, of what I know.
I haven't
So
blocked someone in
I have to assume-
ADH Dave flips in like a year and a half. Tina's blocked a few people, but
I
I
don't
have
block
not.
anybody unless it's like they're messing
that
around on
reminds
a
me.
live or something.
Somebody left a comment on this one that I was delete happy and block happy.
You are
or
delete
something.
happy when it
That's
comes to American Bubble
ridiculous.
Boys.
You
That's
wield
true.
that bang hammer pretty fiercely.
I guarantee you I delete less messages than just about anybody out there in this space. I delete almost nothing ever.
Let's see.
But somebody said I did. I do delete every once in a while, but not very much.
But yeah, I don't really buy that them and 11 of their local friends all somehow got
10.
blocked
One
from
of
my
them's
channel.
still good. Yeah, I read
No,
that.
Dave can't even. Yeah,
there's
Dave's
no way.
popular around here. If Dave didn't have his giant hat on, he would just be harassed at every flea
Don't
market.
talk about the hat.
Oh no, yeah, sorry.
No, I will say okay, so I was editing some footage from June 1st because why not? Because that's I'm living in a land of footage, Kevin. So I'm
I have
editing June.
footage 6 weeks old, and people are like, "Oh, this is old footage because it's the fall." I'm like, "Dude, it's 6 weeks. How quick you think we turn this stuff around?"
Do you walk around saying the dates?
No, you saw Halloween stuff out there or whatever,
okay.
and after whatever. I'm like, okay.
Well, see, I'm so late that won't come out till next October, so I've got some time. No, I mix in some newer stuff, but it was June, and I'm at the Browns, and I'm telling you, every 5 minutes someone comes up and talks to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And every 5 minutes.
Yesterday.
But I go with Carrie today. 2 people recognized me in the hat.
Was it like a customer coming up to you, Kevin, thinking you were a greeter?
No, we're walking through. Me and my daughter are doing some Christmas shopping, and somebody's like, "Commonwealth Baker." I'm like, "What the? Where's that at?" I was like, "Hey, do I know you?" And my daughter's like,
"Don't you love that?"
Like, no.
Like, I get this a lot in cards. Is like people will know who I am, and then like immediately don't want to even talk. They just want to like let you know that they know who you are, and like they're friendly, they're super nice. But then they're just like, "We're busy. Leave us alone."
Carrie, you're not famous to the level where they're gonna like stop their life. It's just you're famous enough that they say, "Hey, I know him."
Yeah.
I've done that. Like, there's a theme park guy I watch, and I saw him at the theme park, and I said, "Hey, theme park worldwide," and he's like, "Hey," and then he walked by, and I was like, "Yeah, that was cool. That was
signed my chest."
I will say, like later, I was like, "Man, it would have been kind of cool to get a picture with him." I did think that. So I mean, I feel like I feel like a diva if I do it, but sometimes if someone comes over and says, "Oh, ADH Dave, I love your content," sometimes I'll say, "Do you want to get a picture?"
Be careful, though.
Because I know, like, I've regretted
not
asking
between,
for a picture.
Coming up and it being a really special, cool experience for everybody involved, and there's the other end of that where it's
all
death
stabby.
pile picker, where you're wondering if you're going to get murdered later.
Super stabby.
Like, you have to figure out
You're like,
the
it's death pile picker. Let's go.
Hey guys, we got to thank our audience. Okay, we've got a couple members at our Patreon that support us at a very high level, and we appreciate the financial support.
For Logan
Why don't you do the little tune and I'll say the names? I love Vintage NYC. Thank you. Gem Flipper, Who Ate My Chips, Buff and the Stuff, Jake Ryder, CJ Benz Fines, Flipper Skipper, Lady Arbitrage, No Nose Pickers, Brian Sempor Beal, Superhero Headquarters, Mike Camporelli, Vintage Sports Flips, PaulsMerch.com, Raise Heck, Resell, and Logan Murky. Thank you guys all for your support.
This is a classic right there. I gotta give you some props. That's really good.
I listened to the latest Pocket Change podcast starring CJ Benz Fines. You ever watch that?
Benz Fines, the original.
Great show. I really do like that show. It's pretty educational, but sometimes I'm in the mood for that.
You are convinced that they get so many more views on or listens on Spotify.
What they said they get 4,000 views an episode.
I don't think
that
it's
makes
4,000 a week.
That's not way more than us. That's just it is more, which I'm impressed.
Who?
CJ, Pocket Change podcast.
They get more views than we do.
I thought he said he got 4,000 an
4,000
episode.
a
Maybe he
week.
meant 4,000 a year. I don't know.
Which is still good, but like
I don't know.
there's a
CJ, let me
difference.
know. Let me know if I misheard you.
And then we'd have like the ball shaver ads if we had
there's
that
a
kind of
difference
numbers.
between a week and an episode.
Yeah, that's
in other words,
true.
if you have massive content
like extended
to
time.
get, then a week you get 4,000.
I don't know what we get. I don't know. Anyways, either way, all I was saying was it was a pretty good show. And I enjoyed it. People need it. It's underappreciated on YouTube, was my point I was trying to get to, guys. You check out the Pocket Change podcast on YouTube.
Do you remember the other fellow that's on it other than CJ Benz?
Well, no, but he's really good. I don't remember his name, but he's really good. Yeah,
The
he is
Pocket
actually really
Change
good.
reselling podcast is what you're talking about.
Yes, and not only that, CJ Benz has like really good wit. He's got like Carrie level wit as far as like speed. He's a
very
funny guy.
subdued.
He's
wit.
he's a
Really good,
comedian. He did stand up from what
Yeah,
he told us.
he's good. He's good. I think if he's listening, and he should be because he's paying us, so I think you could get a better mic. Is the only feedback I have, Jefferson. That's the only feedback I have. Is your partner's mic is much better than yours. It's like Kevin on our show.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at the videos here, and I see 2 views, 6 views, 13 views, 6 views, 10 views, 6 views in the last 2 days.
Let's get him up to 20.
He's got a lot of podcasts.
You don't have to like call him out.
How do you have that many podcasts?
Like
He's just made a new channel for it. It used to be on his personal channel, and he's uploading every past episode.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, slowly over time.
I take it all back.
Yeah.
Oh, so he needs it. That's why the plug. So how much did he pay you for that, Dave?
Nothing. I just enjoyed it. I don't know. I like to give back for free.
I see
Kevin.
now.
It's
it makes
all...
sense. So you post those and they're older, and then he's redoing. I'm thinking about doing that for one of my channels.
Which one? The foot one?
My kids' channel. I'm thinking about doing like I occasionally look at silly little tutorial things that I do, and just stupid stuff that's like a little reseller hack. And I'd like to put them all in one place. And I thought maybe I'd take my kids' channel, put them over there, or top 10 videos that I do, or something like that. We'll
people
you need another channel.
No, I just like to compartmentalize things. I like to have this is where this goes. This is where
this one to the left.
Yeah,
you should do like a Zone and a Zen review channel.
That'd be cool.
Where you try all the flavors.
That'd be But
I will say, like Kevin in
swinging
his
channel.
In the interview part of the Old Guys podcast, the interview part where Kevin's interviewing himself, he is like, and I feel bad, kind of. I do, honestly, guys. This is a sincere moment for me.
Yeah.
Oh boy,
Kevin's love language, if you believe in such a thing, is words of affirmation.
It is.
It is.
And he gives himself so many words of affirmation that I feel bad that I don't ever give him any words of affirmation. Like, the guy is so desperate for them that he's giving them to himself the whole time.
Kevin is the Ricky Henderson of the reselling world.
He was acting like his Flipper channel. He was acting like his Flipper channel was God's gift to all of the Flipverse. Like, oh, yes, that's why I do it this way, and I've got these segments, and just like when I was a teacher, I'd do this and this, and then my worst sales are at the end. They didn't ask. They didn't ask for any of this information.
Nobody takes credit for what Lonnie created, like Kevin does.
No, I gave Lonnie credit, which is another Reddit thing that was interesting. They call him the godfather of the shed selling that led to so many other. I'm like, it's pretty fair. Yeah. Listen, that podcast. He said specifically, I said, "Is there any questions?" You know, at the beginning, he's like, "No, I don't have any questions." I'm like, "Oh, this is okay.
This is gonna be tough."
Well, if you don't got anything, I can talk about me all day.
I have.
Come on, give me a break. Those guys are nice. That was a fun podcast.
Well, yeah, they were nice. Good. Yeah, they were very nice. That was a good show.
They placated you. They let you.
I will say Kevin was a little harsh on him when he told him he can't listen to them on normal mode because they're so slow. He's like, I got to put you on 2x. Yeah,
that was back when Chris was on there. I said they're a little faster now. But between Chris and Corton, I can't even think of his name. Corey? No, it's not Corey. What am I talking about?
I don't know anyone's
Alabama
name. I don't even know my name.
No, I'm losing it. Gosh. Anyway.
Wow, that's offensive.
I was also on their show, but it was longer ago.
You get those messages, or between the two of them, they're both kind of Tennessee talk, right? And it's just really, it's really cool because you just kind of relax and whatever. But if I'm trying to pay attention to it, it's 1.5 speed, and it sounds great. I also said if you put Dave on 1.5 speed, you're going to end up in the nut house.
You're going to get a hemorrhage.
I'm only watching because of my favorite person, Mike, said Tina Bina in the comments.
Oh, you're doing my job here. Yeah, and I commented. Tina was in the chat. Yeah. And maybe she said that it better than all 3 or something. Thanks, Tina. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's fair. She makes a valid point. Mike was very good about responding to our comments. Thank you for keeping our comment activity up last week.
Mike knows how to be a guest on our show, too.
Yeah,
he didn't say much and let us just do our show, and he was just like chilling with us.
Just looked all cute the whole time.
Did he comment with his channel?
I put it.
He did.
I put it in there. Yeah. Oh, you mean his account? Yeah.
I haven't subscribed to Mike Metco as
Camo's jerk.
No, I did his Camo's Flipper.
Well,
but I had his Camo's Picker, so now I have.
Dave immediately went on all his socials and then followed him.
Yeah, well, Kevin was gonna do it, but then he's like, "But what's in it for me?" And he realized not much.
Whatever.
So.
I subbed to the.
It's like, is there a way I can give an Inaman away on your channel?
Dave doesn't even read his comments. That's why.
Kevin
that's how
calls
I knew
his
he didn't
house
delete everybody.
the house that Enaman built.
It's
You
true.
know, not the viewers or the supporters, but the Enaman himself built it. He's so unappreciative.
Dude, look at that too. The Enaman was high when he built that shed behind Kevin right there. Look at that. It's like a child's fever dream.
I didn't give everybody. I gave the Enaman a brick.
So Kevin, you're off. You're vacationing all week.
I'm
Are you
off.
doing nothing?
Dude, I've done something that
So
I've
the
never
usual.
done before.
Kevin is doing the usual.
No,
I should
please.
try that. I don't
Listen,
feel comfortable doing it, but it sounds
I
interesting.
shut my store down on the 18th. And as of now, I don't have it opening up till New Year's. That's like the longest it's ever been. It's crazy. But it's kind of cool. And I probably will still ship. I had like $300 a day since it's been shut down. It's stupid. I'm like, I send a message to every single person. I'm like, hey, I'm not shipping till January 2nd or 3rd or whatever.
So here's a fun fact that Kevin wouldn't maybe tell you, but he told me in private.
Oh,
he's doing this because he's already at the 35% tax bracket and doesn't want to hit the 37%.
I have not spoken to Dave about any of this
tax bracket. And here's the thing, Carrie. As soon as he goes over 731,000, he's going to hit that 37%, and he's like 1,000 away from it. And so he needs to stay below a 731,000.
That's a month, correct?
Yeah. No, that's a year. That's 731. Let's not be ridiculous. 731,000 a year.
This is ridiculous. But I do want to add this.
So we had to turn off the eBay. No more money in.
We're done with money this year, folks.
I can't get that tax.
We don't need any more.
Well, listen, it's something.
The pull of the Scrooge McDuck pull is full.
People think that all that, people, I don't want to go into the next tax bracket. I'll get whatever or whatever. That's just a weird way to think to me. Because it's not like all the money up to that gets taxed at that higher rate. It's everything above that. It's like, okay, so stop making money.
Well, that's what I told Kevin when he was saying this was his strategy. I was telling him
I did not, Dave. People believe what you say. They do. It's ridiculous.
Allegedly. I said allegedly, so now I can say whatever I want about you.
Dude, we can make fun of you about this when you constantly send us all of the things, all the money you're making.
You're telling us to suck it all the
time
time with your affiliate stuff.
I made $5 on a commission. Well, you tell us about Dibdit, I think, to get us pumped up.
Yeah. There's never been a $5 commission over there, but I can imagine.
Yeah.
It's not true. I got a $7.50. No,
dude, I was on Knickknacks.
$750.
If we can talk about it. They had 4 people live at once.
One time.
Could you imagine that?
Mm-hmm.
Dibdit's going to be there soon, guys.
We're going to make Dibdit.
We're going to make it its own platform, better than Whatnot. Just wait.
Serious.
Yeah.
The sellers are starting to figure out the advantages to it, but I won't sell it right here because apparently I don't ask myself. I don't want to promote anything.
No, if it's involving us, you can sell it.
I like how triggered Kevin is.
Well, Dave, it's this whole thing about promoting. Dave's always behind the scenes like, oh, how can we make this better? How can we do this and whatever? And then when it comes time to promote something, he trashes me for promoting.
Just not, we can have a few non-transactional
Kevin's
moments.
Never heard of good cop, bad cop, apparently.
Yeah, well, yes, but not everybody gets that, Dave. Not everybody gets it.
Good cop, bad cop, and hot cop.
No, you're the cop who did all the voices on Police Academy when I made all the mouth noises.
That dude's
and stuff.
funny. Hey, the big guy, the big police officer guy. If you ever find that, what's his name? Anybody know him on Police
I don't
Academy?
remember any of their names, but
Steve
I remember the movies were
Guttenberg?
funny.
No, he's the black guy, and he's kind of chubby. And that little figure goes for good money. I've sold it a couple times. I don't know his name.
What's the guy that made all the voice noises and stuff?
Yeah,
his name?
Leslie Barbera. Kevin, was it Leslie Barbera?
I don't know.
Donovan Scott.
I don't know their
Donovan
names.
Scott. Yeah, it might have been Donovan Scott.
I don't know, but he was
I'm
a
looking
funny
at a
character.
picture.
Who was the guy? Who was the guy that Hulk Hogan fought in No Holds Barred?
Zeus.
This is why we don't get any viewers compared to Jefferson. Okay.
No, let's talk business stuff, guys. Let's talk business stuff because that's what the people. First off, the people who are listening right now are either 90 years old, asleep, or high. One of the three.
And Kevin's all three.
So just put an emoji down below for whichever one you are right now. We'll figure it out.
Okay, we should talk reselling. So we went to the flea market today. I got, so there's 2 things, Carrie. I've been sending you some pictures, or not even pictures, but I've been telling you these
You and Dawn are having a picture off right now while I'm editing.
Well, she's just making her animals look like they have wieners, so I guess that's a picture
she did
off,
make that animal look like it had a wiener. I do remember that.
Yeah, but no, it's those. I think my trucks are really good. I listed one of them for $120, and I already have 2 watchers. And one guy messaged me, and he said, "I will pay you on January 6th." I said, "Okay, you gotta buy it first."
So he's like the Blimpie. He's the Blimpie of eBay buyers. Is that the guy who would pay for a hamburger tomorrow or something?
Did he? Yeah. Did he? I mean,
He
what
didn't
did
make
he
an
want
offer or
you to
anything.
do?
Well, it's $120. He didn't buy it. He just said, "I will pay you January 6th." So I think I'm going to sell it January 6th, but it's probably going to sell faster if I just listed it and already have
Count
that
on
message.
it.
Yeah,
Count on it.
but I paid $140, Kevin, for 16 of them, or 17
we
of them,
cleaned up.
and that was the first one. Is 120.
And you got to remember, I as I think the word is tenderized that guy for the last couple times because I've been in there. And that's maybe not the right word, but
you groomed him.
There. Okay. Anyway, no, because I had bought from him a couple times in a row, and then Dave came in, and then we all got deals again. I had bought earlier that day.
But really, my win of the day.
Term.
My win of the day, I was talking to Carrie and Dawn, and I was talking to them about these jeans, which I talked about in October when I bought them. I paid like $2 or $3 a pair. It was like 40 pairs of jeans, most of them brand new. Dude, I started going through these jeans today because I was talking to Carrie and Dawn, and they're like, "Dude, just put them on Commons. Put them on Commons for like $200. You paid $100.
Style jeans.
Yeah,
they got the butt
they're like,
bedazzles.
you paid
$100.
Put them on Commons. I was like, all right, I could put them on Commons, but I should probably look up a few. Dude, the first pair I looked up sells for like $100 to $200. The second pair, $100 to $200. Third pair, $50 to $60. Fourth pair, $30 to $50.
Some of them are pretty cool.
They're like old school Jankos, basically.
They're like
they're
a
very
mixture,
similar.
like somewhere in between Kevin and Cool Kevin. Like that's who would wear them.
So I started
like
listing
somewhere in
jeans. That's the moral of the story. Is like my best find of the day was the big giant toad I've been ignoring for 2 months.
There was a TikTok of some girl wearing Janko jeans, and she just kept putting stuff in the Jankos.
Oh,
like
really?
A laptop.
That's fun.
Like
yeah,
a whole bunch of
do you remember
stuff.
Sag and Bag and
They're
Berry
super
on
practical.
all that? Sag and Bag and Berry on all that. It was like Keenan Thompson. He just keep pulling things out of his sagging pants.
Dude,
Dude, the other one that was in there. I'm giving you the bolos, guys. Okay, South Pole. I listed those for 80. It was like these old South Poles for 80. Sean Johns. Sean Johns is another
all
one.
the
that was
stuff
good.
I remember
Stussy,
passing up
that's
all
shirts,
that
though.
stuff.
Yeah,
And
then
it's like now you can make bank.
dude, the best
Crazy.
brand. I sent Carrie a picture of the best brand. I'll look it up, Kevin.
How long until Hannah Montana alarm clocks are worth money?
Everything
There's
eventually,
a lot
right?
of them.
I don't know.
I mean, will Squishmallows ever have a resurgence, or did they make too many? Or are they like Beanie Babies?
Yeah, and it's kind of like those. It's like Cabbage Patch Kids. A lot of them
Beanie Babies. Are Beanie Babies just going to be the stuff we see at flea markets until we're dead?
forever.
Mesquite.
Nobody
forever.
will ever take them out of a box.
They're just going to stay there every year. Same people.
So the
Dave
brand,
ruins one every time he ships it, so
that's
it'll
true.
decrease slowly.
I got some feedback on that. We'll read that in a second.
How do you
But
ruin a Beanie Baby?
Miskeen baggy jeans, and they're like crazy looking jeans. Those ones are like big bolos.
How you spell it?
Miskeen. I've never heard of it before.
You watch the like abandoned mall channels sometimes, don't you, Dave?
Yeah, sometimes.
There's like some cool footage ones of not abandoned malls, but like malls and shopping in like certain eras, like the 80s at Kmart, the 90s here. And I was watching one like 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, like when we were in high school. And like all the fashion, it's all back. All of it.
Really?
All of it.
All the fashion from
like I would
the
love to
mall.
go back in those days.
Yeah.
And been somehow cooler.
Just
than
go
it was.
shopping. But I mean, I feel like that stuff was expensive back then too. Like
It wasn't
Jankos,
as
they
cheap
were
as I thought it would
expensive.
be.
Mesquite were expensive.
I was
Like, all
was
those were
watching a
expensive.
video the other day, and people were talking about how vintage clothing is just not selling anymore, and I don't believe that's true. I think what's happened is the vintage clothing that they were selling is harder to sell, and it's just shifted up 10 years to what we're talking about. You just got to look for different stuff. But
Well, now
I'm
it's
wrong. I don't know.
Y2K stuff. Yeah, now it's
Basically,
Y2K stuff.
yeah, Y2K, but Y2K is moving into like the mid 2000s. So if you guys want to know what's hot, this is what I assume it is. Turn on an old episode of Rock of Love with Bret Michaels, and whatever they're wearing, any of them,
Really?
whatever they're wearing, buy that.
Well, they might be wearing stuff from back in the 80s. You know, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. Bottom left is Kevin's good side. Thrifty veteran says, "Defy gravity." Nice one, Dave.
What
That's
did
the
I do? I
vintage
defied
chick.
gravity.
I don't know.
Oh, I was
you said.
probably like
Wicked
referencing. Yeah, I was probably referencing the musical or whatever.
Hey, Beard King Picker left a. I didn't think he was allowed to. Hey, I know that guy. What's up, Mike?
Why wouldn't he be allowed to?
Well,
Yeah, Ben runs a tight ship allegedly.
over there.
Oh, I don't know.
Probably
about all
find
that.
him.
I think Ben is probably, honestly, Kevin's biggest fan. I don't know if there's a bigger fan of Commonwealth Picker than Ben, the Rocky Top.
Hey, I might get to meet Ben if I go to this. There's
you're going
Ray
alone.
Nashville
Me and
Flipper.
Carrie talked about it today.
Yeah, what's
you're
the
going
deal
alone.
with this?
We're not
you
interested.
tell me, hey, come down. I'm gonna have this garage sale, and I'm like, all right, Dave, I'll do it. And then I'm asked for one thing, one time.
You didn't ask
Let's go
for
to
it.
Ray's
You just like
Nashville
acted like it was
event
a great
end of April.
idea.
The Nashville
You
Flipper.
acted like it was a good idea.
It's just not a great idea.
Well,
I mean,
it's a meetup that we don't have to plan.
Yeah, but I
Or
wasn't
pay for.
planning a meetup.
I gave you a perfect plan. You talk about going to Dollywood. I'm like, you go up to this, then you go up to Dollywood. You come and visit me, and then you go up north, do whatever you got to do, and then you go back down.
Kevin,
it's a great plan.
I don't
And
have
Carrie's
any money.
excuse is
I'm
ridiculous.
Broke. I'm broke.
You'll have money by then.
No,
I didn't realize
how
that you could drive.
I'm bad
I don't
at
like
this.
flying anymore, and I have to. But I realized
Carrie's
I
like,
could drive.
oh no, I can't.
I would do it if Dave did it.
It's
Look, I did it.
10
I
hours
shared
away
my
from me.
screen. I figured it out.
Very good.
It took a minute. That's what Mesquite jeans are. Okay, that's like Mesquite. Those ones are 68. They're not as cool, but
Okay.
I can't believe I actually figured that out. How did I even do that? I don't know how to undo it. Dang it. Technology.
How did you do that? So are we just gonna talk to jeans the rest of the episode?
No, I'll figure it out. There we go. I got
it.
Ooh, this actually is a pretty good view.
Hey, Daddy.
Although I'm sure Kevin would prefer to be in the big screen.
I regret saying that.
Kevin, what the hey, Daddy? There you go, Kevin. That's how you want the
There we
podcast to look, isn't it? Right there, like that. You don't like that?
No.
Why not?
Bottom left
Kevin,
is my good side.
Kevin looks like
no,
Kevin.
There you go. That's
like
what I want.
I'm half wondering if Turner is just
wonder?
like Tom Hanks Biggsing right now, and he's actually Kevin. You know what I'm saying? Like where he's trying to dress like an adult, but he's still a kid. That's kind of what I'm worried about.
Okay,
Turner,
so
he's homeschooled, so it's like, dude,
He's a
you wore
homeschool
these
hustler.
clothes for the last 2 days, dude. He's like, what? So,
dude, my kids do that too. My kids, I'll be like, yo, you've been wearing that for 3 days.
Just
And they're
find-
like, yeah.
Just find a jacket you like and wear it every day, forever.
So,
Like I
I should
do.
get Dawn over here to lay his clothes out for him.
Seriously, it helps.
Carrie, I kind of predicted, but I'm tired, bro. We got up early to go to the flea market. I got up at like 4:45.
Fridays are we've been doing this on Fridays, but they're tough because I do card stuff a lot.
Yes,
on Fridays,
and I have a grievance because I'm like, I'll rearrange my entire schedule so I can do it on Friday night.
That's
and
a
I'm
good grievance.
sitting in the movie long before I was going to go to an evening movie with my mom, with Turner, the girls were out.
Yeah,
and
Carrie's
I'm
a
like,
jerk.
okay, I moved this all the way up to this.
Can we mute him? Is it
And
possible to mute him?
I had dinner planned. And like, no, we had to eat at Chick-fil-A because I had to speed it up. And then I'm sitting in the movie and get a message from Carrie. I would feel a lot better, a lot less stressed out if I could do it on Sunday. I'm like, I'm just going to calm down. I just said yes, and that was it. And I enjoyed my movie. It was a good movie. You guys should go see.
You went to the movie.
Mufasa.
What was the? So you just
was
changed the
Mufasa.
hour? Yeah, but you were going to go.
how was
earlier, is the
Mufasa?
thing,
It
right?
saved me money though, Carrie. I got to give you credit because I did have to pay the earlier.
How was
movie fee.
Mufasa?
Mufasa was
welcome.
actually pretty good.
You
It
can
was pretty
Venmo
good.
me
I
the
liked it.
difference.
So something's happened. Something's turned around in my life for the negative.
Where I'm watching movies
for
and
the
you're not?
negative. For the
This is
negative.
weird, yeah.
I am now all of a sudden terrible at eBay. My feedback
Wait,
is
no, that's
tanking.
All of a
always
sudden?
been the case.
Maybe okay. So let's
Feedback.
say
See,
let
there
me
you
say
go. I
this
got
differently.
feedback
Let me say this
grievances.
differently. I all of a sudden care less about like giving these buyers
because-
everything. I don't know what it is, but like
'cause you're
I'm just
a
not
cooking
doing
daddy.
that thing. Well, no, I used to do this thing where like instantly as soon as they message me, like fully refund them and give them the world, and I'm just not doing that anymore.
Good.
And by not doing that, my feedback score is tanking, and
Yeah.
I have 6 negative feedback. 6.
How do you
negative.
get that many negative feedback?
I
I
have
have
4, Carrie.
8 neutral. 8 neutral.
When I
might
was
have
doing
more.
the shipping, I wasn't that bad as you guys.
That's in 6 months. In 12 months, actually, it's 7 and
Maybe
10.
I was that. In 6 months.
7 and 10.
All right,
In
but
a
it's
year.
all relative to how many. Look, I've got 4 negatives.
I'm not selling more, bro. I'm just less nice than I used
I
to
got
be.
4 negatives, but one of them is gonna get removed.
Let's read them all.
When I call
read them
eBay.
all. Read
Yeah,
off
read
your
them all.
4
All right, I'll
negatives.
read them all. I'll read
Yeah.
my 4 negatives,
And I'll read my
read them all.
6. And then Carrie, you're 20.
Two of them are going to drop off at the end of this month, so I'll be down to 2, and then one of them should be removed.
We have 7 in the last 12 months.
There you go. We're tied. All right,
go ahead. The product in the box was not the product described. I received a set of old 7mm wires. Good one. You got me.
Got him. Nice scam, Kevin.
It's just not
respond.
True,
respond.
I haven't responded to it.
No, respond to us. What happened?
First of all, this is 11 months ago.
It doesn't mean
I
it didn't
can't really
happen.
quite give that to him. I think I responded to him and said, hey, this was in a brand new box. I don't understand. I'll be happy to return it. And he never responded to my message.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
The pants were badly labeled. In the description, the size says waist 34, and it was really a size W14. I tried to communicate with the salesman, but he never answered me. I wasted time and money.
They were right that you're a salesman.
They were right. I was gone on vacation. It took me 4 days before I responded to that message for whatever reason.
And
they were 100% right.
Yeah.
Somebody who's going to be a future relative of me, and they were right. And so I was like, hey, I'm sorry. I'll be happy to give you a full refund. It's my bad. Sorry for the delay. And they never responded. I kept the feedback. So
it's possible.
I got to wear that.
On that other one, Kevin, where the wrong item was in there, maybe you got scammed by the person who sold it to you.
It's very possible, but it was what I thought was a sealed box, although it was one of those, pieces of tape down on. I know.
Get you.
That's why I offered the full refund.
Flea market
right?
tricks, yeah.
But what are you going to do if they won't respond to you trying to fix the problem? There's nothing you can do. And I'm not having read all mine yet, Dave, and I want to hear yours.
I know.
Item not, now, this is the one that I talked about in my video, so I won't. Item not described. The condition was much worse than described. Seller unwilling to work on fixing the issue. I went into this in detail. It was absolutely ridiculous, so I'm not going to go into that. The last one should be removed for sure.
They
eBay
never
told
remove
me
any. How are you getting them to remove? Kevin's got a secret number. Give me the number.
I don't have
Kevin
one.
once had dinner with the second in command at eBay.
I have tried heavily to get these things removed. They won't remove anything for me. They removed all of Paul's negatives when he made the video saying he's quitting eBay. Did you see that?
Did they?
Yeah, like a whole bunch of new negatives he had. They removed. I know.
That's scandalous.
I just make a video and they'll remove all mine.
I made a video, they remove mine.
And I love Paul because Paul's reaction was like, I don't care. I'm still not selling on there, which kind of like props to you, Paul. I appreciate
because
that.
The beauty think about that. Of having leverage.
Yeah. No, I mean, maybe if you
think about that.
If
they are removing somebody's stuff because they put it would really tick me off if I wasn't on YouTube, right? So that shouldn't do it.
But since you are on YouTube, you were happy about it?
He's happy to take advantage of it, but he's not happy to do it.
Like,
I wouldn't be. But I called them normal channels. I didn't be like, oh, Commonwealth Picker. And they told me this should be removed in the next 48 hours. It never was. But here's the one that should be removed. I haven't called about. I haven't sent the little thing or anything. I did not get my package. Okay. I shipped it on the 7th. No, I shipped it on the 4th of December. It was the 11th of December. So it was 7 days. It was delayed. And they left it on the 11th. And the package arrived later that day.
Yeah.
Right? It was just slow shipping.
I don't know.
So I sent them a message.
I kind of side with the buyer on this one.
Oh, shut up. I sent them a message. They had never contacted me. Like, you're going to leave negative feedback because the post office took a couple extra 2 days. They never contacted me. So I sent them a message when I saw the feedback. I looked and saw that it had arrived hours after they posted it. I said, hey, would you mind? I see that it's arrived. And he's like, yes, thank you. I'm like, would you mind if I sent you a revision, if you would revise it? And they said yes. And so I sent them the revision, and they never did anything about it. So eBay, if they see that message saying yes, I will revise it, and it's showed up. My experience when that's happened in the past is that they've got it taken down. So we'll see. I'm hoping to have
here's my question:
in the near future, but we'll see.
Is it worth your time to pursue it? But that's an hour of your time for a negative that's not going to affect anything.
I think at some point it is, because there's all these people. I mean, look at the crap Paul took for whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know the
situation.
situations,
There was a lot more. I mean, I guess.
Maybe.
You're not getting a lot of negatives though.
What's your percentage though, Dave?
Well, 99.2, I think. Yeah.
See, I sell more stuff, of course, at a lower dollar. So I have 4, and mine's 99.7.
Yeah.
But
5.7. Well, okay, so I've got like 10 things in my brain right now, but the first one is I have 2 cases that are about to go bad if I don't do something because of freaking USPS
Yep.
has lost like 50 of my packages this month. It's insane.
It's ridiculous.
Like several of the things I ordered for my kids for Christmas, they're just MIA. Like from Amazon, I've got some lost. From Hot Topic, I've got some lost. Like Stanley just canceled my orders randomly. But it's insane. And so I've got 2 orders right now that if I don't refund them today,
your kids watch this podcast? They're gonna know what you were buying.
They're not.
They don't watch.
I've messaged the buyer. I've updated my tracking. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna get a ding on my account if I just don't fully refund the customers today. Even though the orders, I'm doing it right now because I had forgotten until you just mentioned that.
Did you send messages to all these people at least?
Not always. I've started to now. Here's what you would do.
This is what I do. I send it, and I don't know if it's right. Rod always has the answers on Cat, the Nurse Flipper, but I just send a message, say, hey, this is, post office is delaying, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I would appreciate you waiting on this. I said, I promise that you will be made whole in some way, shape, or form. I'll give you my word on this. But if you would wait, I'd appreciate it.
The problem is I just don't pay attention. I live in a bubble and I don't even check my messages on eBay. And then all of a sudden I get negative feedback, which we're going to come to right now.
Okay.
Let me just refund this other buyer because if I don't do that, but Carrie, I was gonna say we were talking about Kevin.
Had 5 returns.
Maybe someone tricked Kevin and told him it was this thing and it was sealed and it wasn't. Remember we were at this booth today and I bought the trains and the wheels fell off. Carrie, remember this?
He was like,
dude. When I went to list that today. When I still paid $25 like an idiot for that thing. Yeah. When I went to list it today, all of them, the wheels fell off, every single one of them. They're all garbage.
So you saw the wheels fall off?
They're broken.
You can put them back
no,
together,
you can't.
Right?
They're cracked. They're broken. They're all broken. All 4. They all went in the trash. They're all broken.
Oh man. You can turn those videos into gold. Rod did. He turned the video where he didn't get the card.
I will say though, Carrie, the big train set I bought from him in the back for $40. I listed that for $360. It's already got 2 watchers and 10 views in an hour.
That's awesome.
Nice.
The interesting thing about watchers and views is they're not sales.
Shut up, promising. Oh, I got a bunch of crap. I found a piece of pottery, a signed one. I can't remember the name of it, and I had it listed. And I kind of picked the comp because this brand has crazy comps all over the place. This is a nice piece, and I put it out there for $700, and it's got 16 watchers like that. And people are like, "You're never gonna sell it for that. Those aren't sold." And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, if I got 16 watchers, I ought at least be able to get 500 out of it, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay, so I'll read my negative feedback. The most recent one is no contact from seller at all. Item never shipped. eBay refunded. I did ship the item. It just never moved. It never showed any sort of tracking. And that's kind of on me. If I had been messaging them, they probably wouldn't have done that.
If I was in charge of eBay, I would have a policy where if there's something clearly not true about the feedback, it would be automatically removed.
Well, that one didn't even show the origination scan.
Oh, wow.
Even though I did scan it myself at the computer, it did not show. It never went in the system. So, and that's happened to a few of mine. Not all. Some of them are very clearly saying they're just in the middle of nowhere,
I've got
Indianapolis or whatever, and they just haven't moved for 13 days. There's that sort of stuff happening too. But
I had the funny lady.
It didn't look like I dropped it off.
She's like, "Hey, this hasn't, it's showing all over the place and whatever." It's like, I don't understand. She's like, maybe a drone's trying to deliver it. I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, very cool. I'm sorry. Give it a couple more days. I'll make it whole if it doesn't show up. And she sent me a message. She said, my item was delivered by a person in a van today. Thank you.
There you go. So my second one was a tater bin. I sold a tater bin. And in the thing, I said, used, worn. And then I showed pictures of the back where it was falling off a little bit. And I showed the scratches. And they left feedback and said item scratched and back was falling off. Not happy. Literally exactly what was shown in the picture.
See, to me, it's like.
Yeah, it's in the pictures.
It's ridiculous. This kind of stuff.
The next one I don't know
what the answer is because there's so much cost in this. But
the next one was, I guess, so I had listed a Xbox 360 that I was 99. I'm usually really good about getting the TV, plugging in the console, checking the storage, doing all that jazz before I list something. And I listed it as a 160 gigabyte Xbox 360. And the person said they didn't get it. And so I'm like, they're probably scamming me. They probably did get it, and they're trying to get a partial refund.
It showed delivered?
Yeah, so their feedback is this. Described as a 160 gig system, it actually had no hard drive at all, which I wouldn't have sold it if it had no hard drive. So it was just 4 gigabytes, zero communication, although I did respond to them, so I'm not sure why he's saying that. I even offered a compromise, had to open up a case with eBay and return it, eventually was refunded, but again, nothing from the seller. A simple "we apologize" goes a long way. I definitely would not purchase from the seller. As far as they misrepresent items and don't communicate. So that, maybe I never hit send on the message. Maybe I never responded.
Here's the thing. I'm thinking about how you were like...
They're saying I never responded. I thought I had typed something up, but maybe I didn't. So that's on me.
Kevin's getting frustrated, like fake frustrated about, the negatives because like he likes to ham it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But here's the real...
whatever. That stuff ticks me. Whatever.
Here's the real solution, though. Here's the real solution to negatives on eBay. Yeah, that's one. Two is there is no solution. There's nothing any business can do to avoid an occasional malcontent.
Oh, yeah, of course.
There's nothing you can do.
Okay,
the best reseller on eBay is eventually going to get a negative.
Of course.
For no reason.
Of course. Although there will be somebody
and also
saying
you're
I've sold
human,
for 20 years, never got
and
one.
you're shipping. And if we're
a
small crew, we're going to make mistakes occasionally too. So that's going to happen.
I just feel like there's an uptick. Isn't there an uptick in negatives though? Like this isn't normal.
I don't feel like it. No.
I usually don't have more than 2 at a time. It's just weird to have this many.
Dude, but you're canceling things like 7 times a week.
No, I usually get
You're like
away
me
with
on
that.
Poshmark. So I got back on Poshmark and then immediately sold something I didn't know I had any listings up there, and I immediately had to cancel it, keeping my cancellation rate well above 80%.
Well, they blocked him on Poshmark first. The company did, didn't they? Didn't they make you agree to something?
And then it just said, "Don't do it." Like it was like they gave me like a little thing, promise not to do it again.
And then I
didn't mean not to do it again. I didn't have any bad intentions. I didn't realize I had all my old listings up, and then I go to delete everything to start over on Poshmark. And then it's like there's no way to mass delete. You have to go through each one. I'm like,
it's so annoying.
What am I going to do?
It's so annoying. Poshmark needs to fix that.
I got a job.
It's irritating. Okay, so next one is a Stanley Cup. It had scratches and scuffs I didn't see in the pic or notice, and there was no straw. I also didn't realize it was used. Literally, the listing was for a used tumbler with no straw. So I don't know. And literally in the title, it said has wear. It said has wear in the title.
Why can't you just say there's no solution to this, Carrie? Why can't? Okay, I don't care if it's just some arbitrary.
Well, at least in the current situation, unless they have new things that
eBay get a collection of however many people it takes to do this, and just like, hey, use some common sense out here, right? Yeah. And you make this decision. And let's protect our buyers, and let's err on the side of the buyer just a shade, right? And just do it. Then there'd be so much less bad press out there. What do you think? The buyers are going to get on there? It's like, oh, this dude deleted my feedback. I'm telling you, they've got to step out and protect these buyers, or because look, that's our business, right? Did you see Jimmy's little review podcast and they're talking about over there?
Yeah. I guarantee you Mike Deathpile's got reviews out there that would be hilarious if we could find them. Yeah. They got to be out there, guys. Someone find them. Carrie, I'm going to stop there. I have 3 more, but I don't really remember the context of them because they're pretty old. Carrie, do you have some 4 negatives you can read us? Kevin did 4.
The shipping charges were outrageous.
Here's a good one. This I don't even think this is us. It says Card Boys in parentheses. There's just me and Dawn's a girl. So anyway, I don't know if that's a channel. Card Boys told me the card was in good condition. Card was complete destroyed. It's not a proper sentence. Upon arrival, and after reaching out to them and giving them weeks, they did nothing and stopped answering quickly. Stay away. Okay. I don't know what the heck happened there. I think we're pretty on top of that stuff. One person just put bad. That's kind of hurtful. There's not anything in the last 6 months though. They all are like 6 months or further.
That's because you haven't really been selling a lot for
we
the
did
last
get worst seller
months.
on eBay. That's pretty succinct.
Yeah.
That was Dave. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, here's one. This is because there was 2 different numberings. Like sometimes with sports cards, there's different numberings, but the cards look similar. So this one, card advertised is numbered to 49, sent numbered to 99. We had both. So
gotcha.
That was the issue.
Okay, guys, in the comments, put your, I think maybe most scathing negative feedback and then your explanation of why the buyer is wrong. Yeah. Because generally they are. Yeah. Put that in the comments so we can enjoy that. I want everyone to put one negative feedback down there.
I bought a Christmas
I'll read through them. That'd be fun to read through.
For my mother.
A fun segment.
Wait, Kevin, before we get off this, everyone, whichever one you think is funniest, do the thumbs up and we'll read it in the next episode. There you go. Whichever one's the funniest negative feedback.
Very good. Okay. Everybody thumbs up the best comment down.
Also, just a side favorite item to Keister. Put that down.
Yes.
Or if you have a Keister feedback story, this item smells like it was Keister.
No, you're supposed to
negative feedback.
After
all right, what were you saying, Kevin? What were you saying?
I bought a Dallas. My boy likes the Dallas Stars. I have no idea why, but he likes the
Cowboys?
Stars. No, it's a hockey team.
Okay.
And so we ordered him a Dallas Stars youth size hoodie, and they sent it, and it was a San Jose Sharks youth size hoodie. And so I sent a message. I'm like, hey, y'all sent us the wrong one. They're like, oh, okay. Like that explains why the person who was supposed to get the San Jose Sharks one was mad at me. I'm like, you didn't figure that out before? I didn't say that. And they said, hey, well, I'll ship the other one out. I will give you the other one at a steep discount if you want to keep it. And I'm like, what do I do here? Because I feel their pain, right? I kind of want to do it for them, but I'm like, what am I going to do with this San Jose Sharks? So I got to figure. It's just a small reseller. I'll probably just like give me half the money back. I'll sell it for you, right?
Saint Commonwealth.
No,
we
what would you
that.
do? I can resell it.
I wouldn't talk about it.
I'll tell you what I would do. I would zone out and not hear your story.
So I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just messing with you.
So I don't know what I'd do because I wasn't listening.
Okay, that's good. Onward and upward.
Sorry.
Dibdit.com. Hey, David, here's your solution to your Xbox 360. Okay. I had every single console.
I saw you selling garbage.
I sold everyone. Garbage.
I saw you selling your garbage, Kevin. Your death pile trash.
I sold every console I had untested. Every single one. $2,000.
$2,000?
$2,000 what that auction made. That's why I passed you as the number one seller.
Yeah, I would say so because I haven't done any auctions. So that would make sense that you'd pass me. Jeez.
And they're all still sitting right here, y'all. So I told you I wouldn't ship it till the week later, and it's been I got to ship it. I don't want to because it's Christmas.
Okay, I will say I am excited because I got all those like really cool 12-inch Star Wars figures. Like everyone is really cool. So I'm looking forward to running an auction of those sometime soon. Watch this space.
Those are pretty cool. Are those like awesome. Early 2000s?
90s, 2000s. They're just really cool.
Okay.
Carrie was saying, and I agree with him, they're cooler out of the box than in the box.
Me and Dave were talking about this. Like, to sell those effectively, it's better just to have them out of the box so you can see...
Listen, I think that's the way it is with Funko Pops, too, now. Because Funko Pops are no longer a collectible. This is my hot take of the week. Since they're no longer going to have huge value... Take them out of the box if you're going to put them on Whatnot or something.
There's a lot to be... I've done that a lot. Today, there was like a 2 for $1 NASCAR card packs. They were in plastic. They came with like large chrome cards and a pack. But the plastic was all yellow. They were 50 cents a package. I cut all of them open, took the packs out and the chrome cards. They look way better.
Yeah.
And I can sell the chrome cards and the packs. I can open them for videos. It's much more useful that way.
Test yourself next time you go to the flea market, because this happened to me today. I'm at a booth that has Funkos. I didn't even look twice at them. Didn't care. But then they also had a pile of loose Funkos, and I was looking through them.
Is that because you think you'll get a deal, though?
No, I just was more interested in them, and I thought they looked cool, and I liked them.
How many were you able to get out of there without them noticing via the keister?
I just think it's time we all liberate our Funkos from their boxes and enjoy them as they were meant to be enjoyed. Because they're not going to be worth $5,000.
You have to lick them. Is that what you're supposed to do?
Like, they're officially Beanie Babies, guys. Take off the little tag protector and enjoy the freaking things.
I can't agree with this
pop
because
protector.
A lot of people will still give, if it's a smaller gift from somebody that's not, they'll give it as a gift, and you don't give a loose Funko as a gift. You just don't want to put it in a box. You want to throw it in a poly bag.
Do I have to give them as a gift? Can I just keep it for myself?
I just feel like
in this situation, I'm talking about keeping it for myself.
As a gift. I feel like they're like a 2 a.m. drunk purchase usually.
That's not a thing anymore. People aren't gifting Funkos anymore. I don't know.
Look, it's not. They're not highly valuable unless they're the super limited ones. They don't have PVC pellets in them. They're not valuable.
I've got a Miles Morales one I bought off of somebody on Dibdit, and I'm giving it to Turner, and he will love it as a gift in a box.
Wouldn't he love it if it wasn't in a box? Why is he going to love it more in a box?
Wouldn't he just love it because it was a gift from his father? That's
he might,
just because he loves you.
But as a gift, you want to have it in a box. I could be wrong. I
agree that as a gift, it's better for it to be new. I wasn't talking about gifting though. I was just talking about in general. Yeah. I'm more attracted to them when they're out of the box. That's all I'm saying. As far as like,
it's a weird way to put it, but yeah.
I don't know. Comment about that too. Let's talk about sales. Okay, let's do a little guessing game. I sold Kevin, you're going to have to help me pronounce this. It's a golf club. Bocchieri, Boccieri. Do you know this?
No, I don't, but I'm sure I should.
It's a putter. Bocchieri golf.
I think I've heard Uncle
putter.
Steve say this before.
34-inch right-handed. You've heard Uncle Steve say it. Okay.
I've never heard of it.
All right, well, what's your guess on the value? You never heard of it. You're not going to be good at this.
$100.
Okay,
That's a little high. $80.
It was
I'm going with 80.
Bachieri putter
Yeah.
for golfing.
Yeah.
Here, look at the screen. Dead eye. Like look directly at the
look
screen
at the camera.
so I can see
Okay,
you.
look at the camera.
$75.
Are you trying to look at the reflection?
Yeah, no, $75.
Ooh, Carrie wins. It sold for 50.
See, I can sense
Congratulations,
it.
Carrie. Yeah, still a nice club. $50, not bad.
It's not. I mean, I wouldn't ship it for $50. I'd rather just not buy it. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I still feel like that about stuff. You've noticed this about me. Like I don't want to ship it. I don't even ship.
I get that.
I say that all the time.
I know you do. He used that an excuse to do nothing. He's like, "Oh, I don't want to sell that kind of stuff." I'm like, "You don't even ship it." He's like, "Yeah, I just hate shipping." I'm like, "You don't ship it, Carrie."
No, but I still have PTSD. I did ship for 10 years, guys.
He just loves Dawn so much. He doesn't want her to ship it.
Thank you.
Raise your hand if you've ever gotten like a little passive aggressive argument with a flea market guy about the value of an item on eBay. I think we all have, right? Like a little bit. Like,
I don't like.
Oh, that sells for 60 on eBay, and you're like, but no, it only sells for like 30 on eBay, like that. Well, I got it. I really wasted my time today, and I got in that argument about Reese's peanut butter cups. Like this guy's like, oh, $4 for the bag of Reese's peanut butter cups. I was like, oh, that's about what they go for in the store. He's like, no, it's not. They're $9 in the store. I'm like, dude, at Dollar General, they're $4. Like I'm going back and forth. He's like, well, not at Publix. I'm like, who shops at Publix for freaking peanut butter cups? I'm having this argument about freaking peanut butter cups with the flea market guy. And dude, yours are old and have been sitting in the sun. I don't even really want them that bad. To pay $4.
I love that you were considering the flea market peanut butter cups, though.
I like peanut butter cups.
Dave thing.
He's going to eat them right there.
He was. He was. You would have downed that right away.
All right. Do you have an item for us to guess, Kevin?
I'm trying to approve. If either of you would ever approve,
dude, I just approved 8 people on Dave's Kitchen Market today.
Exactly. And who do you think does it on our website for the last 6 months? How many of you approved?
Me, in the last 6 months. More than Carrie.
Okay, how many?
Duh.
In 6 months, probably 30 or 40.
Hundreds every day. I spend so much time every day. Anyway,
I'm just pickier. You know, I want the highest quality sellers.
Whatever
you auto-approve everyone. You don't even read it anymore.
Indiscriminately just let people sell there.
Dude, on Dave's Kitchen Market, I approve everyone. I don't even read it. I just approve.
And then you got to deal with the problems later if they do something.
No problems so far. They're all great. I love you all.
Okay.
I approve everybody on Boardwalk. I don't know if you guys know I have a mechanical keyboard.
I figure if there's an issue and they're like sucking it up or whatever, I'll just deal with it then.
Commons passed $100,000 in sales. We are between Dibdit and Commons. We're at $250,000. Just an FYI. There you go.
What's my 1%?
All right, what am I doing?
The trash to cash economy, right there. That is the trash to cash economy.
Yeah.
eBay sale here. eBay sale. All right, here we go. I'll give one that Dawn might get here. Vintage mushroom basket wall decor, hanging art, MCM, hippie boho granny core.
Granny core?
It is.
Is that like your adult website you like to go to?
That's his OnlyFans.
Well, I just wanted to get the titling in there. You get all those words. So it's about this big, and it's a basket that hangs on a wall that has mushrooms coming out of the basket.
Like, okay, what are the mushrooms made out of? Plastic?
They're kind of like a rubbery kind of
pretty cool
plastic
sounding
thing. Yeah,
it's like a permanent planter for mushrooms, basically.
Yes, that's exactly.
Dude, Dawn would pay like $80 for that. So I'm gonna go with $80.
And I thought Dawn would be so.
Carrie,
what
do you think
about this one? Really good.
I've been selling Funkos. I sold 7.
No, you're supposed to guess what it's worth, Carrie.
I'm supposed to guess. What was it? What were you talking about?
Vintage mushroom basket wall decor hanging art MCM.
Does it have a brand? Is it Sirocco? Is it Homeco?
And there's no brand on the title, so I'm assuming there's no brand on it.
$44.99.
Ooh, $49.95. $49.95. Hey, check this sale out right here.
I'm a savant.
Mm-hmm.
I sold a 2001 Mattel Barbie Rapunzel with a musical hairbrush in the box. Box not perfect.
Is it from your personal collection?
No.
Hey, speaking of my personal collection of Barbie, do you want us to guess that one too?
Yeah, well, I don't. I'll just tell you if you want. $124.
$124.95.
My guess is $124.99 plus shipping.
That's what is that? I can't tell.
It's a Barbie watch.
Say that.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Literally,
I'm so jealous of Florida. I'm so jealous of Florida. I mean,
come live down here, dude.
There's nothing going. It's so cold. It's like
no, dude. Someone at the flea market literally said, "Oh, so Dave, you live down here now too, just like Carrie and Dawn." I'm like, yeah. She's like, I really hope Kevin doesn't move down. I do not like him. Literally,
I
I
had
think
somebody.
she said yes.
I had somebody like, "When are you moving down here, Carrie?" I'm like, "Dude, I've been down here."
Yeah. All right, Carrie,
Thank
you
for
said you
that,
want us to
Dave.
guess one of your
That
Funkos?
really helped my love language. Just what I needed to hear.
Let's do this.
I guess I could have kept
This
it to
sold
myself.
today
If you
on
don't have anything
eBay.
nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's what I should have done. I'm sorry.
This is a plushie. So
Don't worry, I'll
Don
introduce
posted
you
this.
to her next time you're here. You can confront her.
What are we talking about?
The lady who hates Kevin.
There's a few.
I'm so glad I can't give you your love language over the internet.
Physical touch. You're right.
Yes.
You need to be here. Okay, go ahead, Carrie.
Goodness.
Okay. May I go, gentlemen?
Yes, you may go.
Okay. Plushie Dreadfuls, Anxiety Rabbit with bunny plush toys. No tote. So it's a plushie. I'll show you a picture. It's kind of like a cool, like,
Keistered or
hipster, like,
non-keistered?
well, it's coming from us, so it's been keistered.
Oh,
How big is this?
Cute.
It's,
How big is this?
That's a horror one, right? Dreadful, you said?
Yeah, it's like a horror one.
I'm going
probably like
69.99. Kevin, what's your guess?
12 inches. I'm going
roughly
$55 plus way too much in shipping.
No, Dawn was pretty reasonable.
I'm
about
saying
the shipping on
$8
this
in
one,
shipping.
guys. She did $7.99 in shipping.
Oh, that's really good.
Kevin's assuming the worst.
No, that's a good price.
No, it was $35. So who was closer? I think it was Kevin.
Kevin was
right?
closer. Yeah, Kevin still wins.
You guys were both pretty off, though.
See, if you go second, though, you
Well,
get
Dawn
an advantage.
sent me like a $70 plush that sold this month, so I thought maybe that was it. And I was like, maybe he's.
Do you want a real
throwing me
tricky
bone.
one? Do you want a card? You guys want to try a card?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I bought this card
Cards
for $5.
for sale every Tuesday, except for this one.
Yeah,
starting Wednesday.
Starting. It can't really be Wednesday because that's New Year's Eve next week. So it might be the next week after that. But we're gonna be doing it every week.
Dude, New Year's people are looking for excuses to stay awake.
I'll do it. I don't know if we have plans. I don't know what's happening in Jacksonville.
Oh, we should do something, dude. We should do something at my house. Let's do a Twilight Zone
marathon. I didn't want to make plans and then Dave. No,
we're watching Stranger Things at my house on New Year's.
There we go.
You're coming over, and I'm forcing you to watch it since you refuse.
I said I would watch it, but I need help.
That's what we're doing. Forget the option, Kevin.
Puts out
He'll do it Tuesday. Do it Tuesday, bro. All right, go.
So here's a card. I paid $5 at the card shop for this. It is O'Neal Cruz, who plays for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It is an Allen and Ginter card. It's a mini, so it's a tiny card, and it's wood grain, and they only make 20 of them.
$25.
So, and it doesn't have numbering on it.
What year is it?
It's hard to tell. It's I think from last year.
$72. $64. $72.
I paid $5 and I sold it right away.
Kevin, I said 72.
No, not that much. I'm gonna say 20 $25.
Yeah, I mean Kevin's more reasonable. He knows my price range.
I don't know cards.
$30. I'm out of the $1.50 bracket. I'm getting more into those, but $30. So there you go.
Fine. Okay,
because there's a lot of nuance to that. It was super low numbered, super rare, but it wasn't the most popular player in the world. So
you could turn that into a game in the comments too, where someone writes the name of the item, and then viewers like try to guess, and then later in the week that person goes back and writes the actual answer. Well, I mean, if they didn't cheat, it'd be kind of fun. I don't know. You're right. That would be hard to know.
We're at a minute. We're at an hour, 17 minutes. How many comments do you think Rad Relics has left so far? 7?
7 or 8.
John, how many of you left? Leave a comment and let us know.
A comment on the comments. How many comments can he leave? Mike Metco's Meetups is at 89 subscribers, guys. Let's try to get him up to 100 by next
Rural
week.
Squirrel left a comment only because Mike Metco is here. She made that very clear.
Yeah. We have a group of dissidents viewers that no longer really watch, but
Okay.
they
What
like,
did
if we
Rural
get the
Squirrel
right
say?
clickbait on, they'll stop by.
I don't have it. Or maybe I'll find it.
Oh, why did you tell us?
Because I remember, I really do love a good meetup. We'll be following Mike's new channel. She will also be, as Mike will be, at the Nashville
Dude, the problem is we have a very
meetup.
busy April. The problem is
Check it
April.
out.
We got the A1A sale in April. We've got
that in
Carrie's
April?
daughters coming to town, in April. And then Anna's got a gymnastics meet, I think, the week
Are
of
we
Tennessee.
doing Peaches to Beaches in March?
No,
No.
because everyone's going to Vegas, right? And then there's
Are you going to
the
Vegas?
Turkey Run in Daytona.
I got to
There's
speak.
a lot
I'm a
going
very
on.
important person at the Reseller Remix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to Vegas now.
No,
I'm
what?
not going to Vegas.
No,
What?
I can't go to Vegas because I just spent so much money at the the
The
casino.
club, that wacko. Look, it was half off.
Wackos.
It was half off.
It's Jacksonville's club.
Popcorn day.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dude, I wouldn't get I love popcorn.
I didn't get the popcorn bucket for
we get it every
Dude,
time.
the Sonic popcorn bucket was
the
fire.
cups,
I know.
right away.
I should have got.
I sold it.
I
so
should have got
fast.
I should have got the Sonic one while I was at the other one. I didn't even think
So we
about
did.
it until
You
I'm
don't
checking
have to
out.
see
I'm like,
the
that
movie.
was stupid.
We were getting Sonic stuff going to go see. What did we see?
What did we see?
Craven the Hunter.
Craven the Hunter, and we got the Kevin.
Yeah, it was as dumb as it sounds, but he was hot.
The Sonic Cup, $15 or whatever. Was it $15? How much was the Sonic Cup? 15 or 18?
18.
Mine's
but you get a drink.
The blue one?
Yeah, with the racing little Sonic around it. Yeah,
oh, no,
yeah.
I had
it
the
lit
blue
up
head.
and everything.
It was only a blue head. That's all.
Okay,
it was.
that's the popcorn bucket.
Yeah, that's
the
what I
bucket.
meant.
That one's 25 at our.
And what are you talking about?
They have a cup too that matches it. And
Okay.
it's
They
got
have
like
a
light
light-up
up
cup
thing.
with
So
him,
me and
like,
Carrie
on the-
bought the cup. The cup was 18. Sold it for 36.
I could show you that.
We both sold it for
Okay.
sold it for 35 the next day. I sold it the day of.
Plus shipping.
Carrie sold it the next day plus shipping.
Okay.
And then the popcorn bucket, it was 25, and I sold it for 40 the next day. So I got all of it for free and my movie ticket.
That's Dawn holding it.
I liked her hand in it.
it's
Yeah,
not
that
my
was pretty good.
tattoos.
Yeah.
Let's send her your pictures here. Oh, it is. It's just white on the top.
So $75, and I spent 40 basically. $44. So I got my ticket, I got my candy, I got everything basically for free and a little profit.
It's
the
like
Sonic
our
ones
favorite
are
hat.
killing it right now.
I love getting popcorn.
But they
buckets.
ran out of the Sonic stuff because I went and saw Sonic, weirdly enough, and they were out of it.
No,
but
we
that
tried
Sonic
to get the
movie was
Sonic
great.
bucket and they were out of it. We had to get the hammer from Lord of the Rings. We
Val
literally
hammer.
have a hammer
That is
popcorn
pretty cool.
bucket.
Though. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Did she list it as pre-owned? Because she said it had some scratches or something.
She probably did, yeah.
Yeah,
Negative feedback coming your way.
I was saying, Kevin, if I had infinite space, and I wasn't like a reseller who couldn't resist, I think popcorn buckets would be something I might collect from like my favorite movies. They're pretty cool. They're getting really
and they're
cool.
all relatively the same size.
Yeah.
You can like put them on two
like
shelves.
on some shelves, and you have
Yeah.
them like they're legitimately kind of a cool
Yeah,
collection.
you have far too many of the Deadpool ones, Dave. It's off-putting.
Well, that's why I didn't get the Lion
Some
King
people
one.
get
It
that
was
joke.
selling for like $59 free shipping.
Yeah.
and it was $20-some, but it's big. That thing is massive. That thing is
Yeah.
bigger than the other ones. I'm like, daggone, that thing goes the wrong place. You're gonna be eating some money. I was like, whatever. I just won't get it. Plus, I was still a little on tilt after Carrie. Can we move this podcast, please?
Can we move it?
I would have still look.
Oh, yeah,
guys
you
do
never
it all the
finished
time,
that.
And I was just,
I
I really,
finished.
really needed to not have it that night because I was stressed out.
I almost said call Rod up to do the podcast Sunday night, but I stuck it out in my support.
Call Rod up.
Even though you did not, just like, no, I'm not going to Nashville.
Well, dude, Carrie kind of disappointed me too a little bit because I knew I would be exhausted tonight, and I am literally falling asleep over
have
here.
you ever been to Nashville, either of you?
Yeah, I've been to Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been to Nashville.
But you haven't been to Dollywood, Dave. You could have
Dollywood's
just
freaking
went to
expensive.
I
Kevin,
went to
not
Nashville
everyone
last
is in the
summer.
37% tax bracket.
Dude,
That's the new joke,
neither
Carrie.
am I.
37%
It's
tax bracket.
ridiculous.
That's the new
Dude,
thing
you
for
could
Kevin.
ride off the jet fuel to fly
Yeah,
there. I think.
yeah. No, it's just expensive. I feel like it would be maybe, I don't know. I'd like to see Ray. But April's
I've had
a tough
dinner
month.
with Ray. Ray's a lot.
There's
I
a
mean,
lot
I've
Hey,
hung out
they
with him.
get
He's a
people to
lovely
go
man.
to that. There's 75
I
to
know,
100 people going to that one.
It'd be fun, but I'm pretty sure Anna's got a gymnastics meet that weekend. I got to double check. But
If we
and
took
then-
it serious, and by we I mean Dave, how many people could we get at a meetup? Like if we
I
really,
we already tried that. How many did
I'm
we
thinking
get? I
about
don't even
taking
know.
Turner to a Rams game in LA 2 weeks from
Ding
now.
dong.
And I'm just thinking, what's going on in California? FleaCon's out there, you
Yeah.
know.
Dude,
I'm
when's
wondering
the
if I
Rose
get
Bowl?
enough
When's the
footage
Rose
to make
Bowl?
it worth? That's the 12th.
dude,
I already
seriously,
looked it up.
seriously, get a hold of Charlie.
Do a private
because
pick with
He's
Charlie.
he's almost every weekend. He is at
And
a different Flea. He can let you know where to go. You can
My
go to
dad
like Long Beach is really good.
Is buying a car
better deals.
from my brother out in Arizona, and I thought maybe I could do that and then come back through and then hang out with Hustle Man and do the Arizona thing the next weekend, and then I could drive that car back with my dad. I'm like, that's a week and a half away from this place.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's
but
no
you're also
flipper
a week and
videos.
a half away from the cold.
Well, Brandon's
true.
with you, Kevin. He's also struggling for footage right now. He's like, I've got nothing. He's like, there's nothing happening.
There's nothing. There was a estate sale, and the other day, 3-day estate sale, I chose not to go to because you could see the prices if you zoom in on them. And I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, They want like a little, a teapot revereware things like $11. Like what is? I'm like, I'm not going to this. I didn't even go
sold it
on
on Dave's Kitchen Market.
I sold another thing. I sold another pickle keeper on there, by the way.
High demand.
Shout out Thrift Trip and Mimi. So I've listed 2 things on there, Dave. I've sold them both. We just made comments. We made $220 sales right before we came on. $220.
How does this work? I don't know how to move my head.
150.
But behind me, there's a Elf candy canes that are available on Dave's Kitchen Market. I'm running out of time to sell these, guys. I have the days, if not minutes. If you guys want to go pick that up, it's $7.50 plus shipping. I paid next to nothing, so I'll be making a lot of money if you buy those.
Here's what I'll say about Dave's Kitchen Market. We don't have a ton
that was
of
my
sales. We only have
first
500 people over there. But I will say, we've got 500 people, but 200, I asked Ivan, 250 of them are only members of Dave's Kitchen Market, which is kind of cool. That's a cool statistic for me because it means they came from the cooking videos.
Not necessarily.
Wow.
It might just like Kitchen Marketplace.
I mean, where do you think all the people on DibDit came from? There's only what are we at? 20% sellers versus non-seller? I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
So what are you saying?
I'm pretty sure
where did those 250 people come from? They just went to District and that's the only marketplace they followed?
I think you're right. I think you're probably right. There's a good amount of them, but I mean, a lot of people are in District and they just
because I'm way at the bottom of the chart. They're not like I can see DibDit being in the top 5. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna join that. But the one that's number 47
who went over there, who's already on District, who said, "Yeah, I'll go over and support Dave's Kitchen Market." Of course, Thrift Trip and Mimi for one. She bought the pickle keeper.
She's already on DibDit.
I understand, but
he
she
said
wouldn't know about it.
They're only on Dave's Kitchen Market. That's the only thing.
That's
the only District Marketplace. They're not on Shop Commons. They're not
you're probably right.
That's what I'm saying.
I
think that's interesting.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool. And to me, I think that the ones who are only on Dave's Kitchen Market for now, and they might find other markets too, are probably the most likely buyers. You know, they're the ones who are collecting.
I have been reaching out to so many more people on there, just saying, "Hey, thanks for coming over, whatever." And people who buy something on DibDit or something, I'll send them a message, say, "Hey, thanks even if they didn't buy it for me, thanks for making this purchase. I see it's your first one. It's a community. I like this place. I'm sorry to the
Kevin's
big yellow
too.
W."
And I guess I'm a little competitive because I do watch the little like District rankings, and I started off as like rank number like 130, and then I like get up to number 100, and I'm excited, and then I passed Daily Refinement, which was pretty exciting, and then I'm slowly coming for you, Reseller Information Network, and your one-stop shop. That's the next one to knock off.
But you will never surpass the 4th ranked place on District. Is that what we're on?
Well, okay, I will say this too.
Guys. We passed Midwest.
We've got to get to top 3 because top 3
and I sell cards there,
so
there, it's the biggest card one. Not quite, not really. But.
Well, so I've tried to make like the kitchen market really kind of like community focused. So I did like recipes. I don't know if you saw Kevin my chat areas, like it's keto diet discussions.
Share your stuff,
share your recipes. I think that's kind of fun. Yeah. Photos of your food and stuff.
I wish you'd put that effort in over on DibDit.
That stuff already exists over there.
Okay, what do you? Why do you? Well, forget it.
I did some of those channels. I made some of those chat channels.
Yeah, you deleted them.
Well,
I've commented like 3 times this month on people's things.
There was too many over there. Let's be real.
By the way, there's been a hostile takeover of the Discord. Did you see that?
Yeah,
no, because you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Yes, they put memes over there all the time, like. Did the drones take Dave and Carrie? Did all this stuff over there? And I make
Is it just Ben? What the flip? Last time I was in there, it was only Ben talking.
The Flippin' Fantastic podcast has taken over the Discord.
Okay.
Yes, and I gave them permission.
I completely forgot we had a Discord, to be honest with you. Because I changed phones and I didn't re-upload it. I don't like Discord.
It got very unactive. Like no one was ever talking in there.
Because you're not in there.
You should just shut
They were
down.
talking a bunch even when I wasn't talking, but then they all like went off and made a secret Discord server. There was like there's a whole Discord. What I've learned is Discord. There's lots of drama. Missing Dave, Kevin, and Carrie. Oh yeah, these are fun memes, and it's just a picture of us missing. Trash to cash. 2 kids, 1 adult. 6 poops tall. 3 stacked wallets. Gray and brown pack of sports cards. Cash green. GoPros and stickers. Flea market. Oh, that's funny. Flippin' Fantastic podcast.
I want to figure out how to get back in there because I just want to like say something and then dip for good.
Yeah, whatever happened to Brian Big and Fun? Oh, he's still in there?
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
I got tired. He said, I got tired of talking to myself and Ben. That's why I was just Ben. No one else was talking.
I want to see if I can get that.
I like
wanna
Ben,
actually
but
start
that was it.
More
getting
actual
involved.
Discord.
I want to get like
Dip
really
these
involved
days.
though. I might just go on for a week and just talk for hours there, just to throw people off.
There are 4 lives on Knickknacks right now. Did you know she has 2 markets? Mainly Made is also hers as well. Did you
I didn't even know there was a...
Who's this?
Yeah, no.
Jocelyn has 2. Mainly Made is also her disc or her marketplace. Anyway. Not enough. It's always got to make a second market.
These are funny memes. We should check these. Oh, okay. So Carrie did some more motivational speeches. We'll put at the end of this episode. I haven't watched them yet. I'm hoping.
I didn't watch the old ones. I need to.
Well, that's terrible.
They're not good. I mean, the last ones weren't good. Like the ones I did today, I think were better.
Kevin, what is your Christmas Eve tradition?
The Grinch party.
And okay. And what about Christmas Day?
Opening presents together. Isn't that everybody's tradition? What are you talking about?
Okay, well, you don't have like a meal like Christmas.
Are you
night,
trying to find a place to cut me off?
Yeah, you're going too fast. You're ruining it. I'll just cut you off in post.
For today's motivational video, Don, I'm going to take a random motivational quote from the Google, and I'm just going to riff on it. We're going to see if we can learn together, if we can be motivated together. I'm going to point because I have some in front of me on the screen. And it is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Jimmy Johnson, the Hall of Famer. You were showing me, what was it, like a week ago when he got inducted to the Hall of Fame, and you were like, oh, that was sweet. It was sweet. And you know what he did? The little difference, the little extra, extraordinary. It's a little play on word. I get it, though. Here's the thing. Just enjoy your life. That's the motivation. Enjoy your life. Have a good time. Do the things you love with the people you love. Me and everyone else that you love. I'm assuming maybe you love everyone, and that's awesome. But yeah, do the extraordinary if you want to. I don't know if work does not always equal, being happy. And happiness is what matters. This is theme week for Motivation Bodega Finds, and you are here with me, and we're going to continue on the theme of me finding random motivational quotes, riffing on them, seeing how they can apply to you. Maybe I can motivate myself as well. Is that all right? I hope it is. We're going to do it. I'm going to pick one, not really looking, and it is this. No matter how far away from yourself you may have strayed, there is always a path back. You already know who you are and how to fulfill your destiny. Oprah Winfrey. I don't know. I call BS. I'll be honest. I mean, like, there is intuition, and you know to a certain degree who you are and what you want in life. But I don't know if you know, like, the way. And to be honest, that was like a super long quote, and I've forgotten like 90% of it already. It was like that song, The Way, from the Fastball, from the Fastball or from Fastball. Yeah, any way you see the road that we walk on ain't paved in gold. It's always summer, we never get cold. It was about like 2 old people in a newspaper article, if I remember right, that got lost and never returned. I don't know what that has to do with motivation, but here's how I'm going to riff on that for you. Here's what I think. Watch Oprah. Oprah accomplished a lot of things. Some of it, like super high-end, like money-making stuff, if that's what you're looking for, you could watch some of her show and some of her stuff. She has a quote, so she's got to be important. So, I mean, I don't know if I can really give my motivation that I'm supposed to give to you onto her, because that's not her responsibility. It's mine. So I want you to know that whatever you set your mind to in 2025, focus it. Don't do 1,000 things. Do a couple things really well. Break it down into smaller bites, whatever they say. I've been trying to motivate myself for like 40 years. It's hard, man, but just, little victories, one at a time. And then you have big victories, and then you get to do the big victory dance. Jim Flipper's random motivational quote, initiate. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. Alice Walker. That is true. We are all in control to a certain extent of our own destiny. We have a lot of power. A lot of like decisions I've made in my life have led me here, whether it was just like to start my first video or to, list my first item online. I don't really have anything to do with this gray hair. It's just happening naturally, and it's a little bit upsetting. I'm sure, a lot of people can understand, but it doesn't mean I'm old. It just means I'm getting wisdom and I'm still very young. That's how I'm going to spin that. But I've already forgotten the quote, so I hope that you feel motivated. You can do it, my friend. I know it. Jacob Ryder, we're doing random quotes that I am just, kind of looking for a web page and finding quotes, and then I'm just going to point at one, and we're going to read it together, and I'm going to motivate you with it. Guaranteed. No bird soars too high if he soars with his own wings. William Blake. I'll be honest, I don't get it. I'm going to read it one more time. No bird soars too high if he soars with his own wings. So if it's his own wings, if he owns them, if they're part of his body, then he's capable of flying that high. That's why he thought and is, therefore he is that high up in the air. So you're going to do as well as you're born and able to do, I guess, or capable of doing, which you're capable, and everybody has mass potential. And you can do so many things, man. You could do whatever you want. You could go to the DI right now, man. Find 5 to 7 items. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I know you. You're going to find a curling iron. You're going to find a digital camera. You're going to find glasses. And you're going to find vacuum parts. That's 4. And I'm sure you're going to find at least 3 more. Keep doing it, man. You're crushing it. I know you hadn't done videos for a couple weeks, and I heard that you were back, so I'm glad you're back. Keep trying your best, doing your best. Be you, bro. Welcome, Paul, to the motivational segment. I'm not even going to edit. We're just going to do it one straight shot. paulsmerch.com. How you doing? You're about to be motivated by a generic quote that I am just going to point at. And now, aim for the moon. I aimed at that. I didn't even aim. It just happened. Aim for the moon. If you miss, you may hit a star. W. Clement Stone. I actually remember that when I was a kid. Like, aim for the moon, and if you don't make it, you're amongst the stars or something. Something to that effect, I remember. And it motivated me as a younger man, so I hope it does you as well. It does have some truth. I've called BS on other things. Other things have been kind of weird, and I don't really 100% agree with everything I'm reading on these. But if you are aiming high, if you want big things, if you want Paul's merch to continue on the trajectory that we've all discussed in these motivational videos, which is utter and complete world domination, you got to aim for the very tippy top. And if you don't make it, hit all your goals, you're going to be very, very happy. Like, I definitely can guarantee one thing about goals is I miss them all the time, like every time almost. But hopefully, and this is hopefully because a lot of times I don't even get started really, but hopefully you get a little bit better incrementally over time. And then you can, really with entrepreneurship, the journey is the fun part, right? Like, when you get to the destination, I think if you're a driven and motivated person, now I'll be serious. I feel like you just look for the next destination, the next higher step, or a different direction. You might start a cooking channel, a card channel, whatever Kevin's doing. So enjoy the journey. Yeah, dude, enjoy the journey. Journey's a good band. I actually I'm not really a big fan. They're not terrible. I don't really care. Mike Campanelli, you started your channel. We talked about this last week. I got to keep you motivated, man. So here we go. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Rabindranath Tagore. Let me reread that because I've already forgotten it. You can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. This is true about content creation. You can obviously relate to this now that you've started. Like, you can't accomplish anything with, this is obvious, but you can't accomplish anything with anything in life. Content creation, starting an electrical business, starting a very, very, like a handsome guy YouTube channel. That's kind of like what I'm doing. You can't do it by just thinking about it. I thought about YouTube for 6-7 years, and I did it a little bit in that period, but I really didn't take it serious, and I quit, and then I stopped for years. But once I started, things started to change, and I sailed across the sea of the self-improvement and YouTubeness and reselling. It all starts with just like doing the first step, right? Mike, and you did that. Honestly, the first step in anything like reselling or content creation is one of the toughest, because once you get that beautiful thing called momentum, it's awesome. And you know, as you've seen YouTube channels throughout the years, you'll lose momentum at time and it's hard to get it back. But once you have it, it's a great feeling. An object in motion tends to stay in motion and feels comfortable in that motion and enjoys it and rolls, because that's what motion items do. Wake up, Lori. I love Vintage NYC. Last week you told me you were kind of falling asleep until you heard your name, so I officially woke you up. You're getting a motivational quote that I'm going to interpret deeply and theoretically and motivate you somehow through this. This is kind of what we're doing today. I'm pointing at a random one. Believe in yourself, have faith in your abilities. Without a humble but reasonable confidence in your own powers, you cannot be successful or happy. Norman Vincent Peale. Was he like a producer? I forgot. Or a painter? I think he's a producer, right? I don't know. But yeah, believe in yourself. We're going to break this down because it's really long and a bit convoluted. I don't even know 100% what that word means. But it feels like it applies. I do, but I've forgotten. But we're just going to go. Believe in yourself. Yeah. You got to have, the only one who sometimes deep down has your back is yourself. You have your loved ones and everyone, but they can't make you do anything. You got to believe in yourself to do that. Have faith in your abilities. We all have special characteristics or things that make us different and special. When I've done, content creation, I've tried to rely on the things that make me me. And that's really all you can offer to this world is being yourself and doing the best you can do. Without a humble but reasonable, you got to be humble and reasonable in your confidence. I don't know if that's saying like we got to not be arrogant, right? But we also got to like realize that we're just regular people and we're not going to do much. Maybe we're going to do a lot, but we might not do as much as we think. I don't know. In your own powers, you cannot be successful. If you're not, you cannot. I think you could be successful or happy without accomplishing monetary goals. As long as you're paying your bills and you're feeling, safe and secure. I don't know why we always tie so much into how much we make in this culture, but ultimately, happiness is the success by doing good things for yourself and for others, right? And I wish that for you. And if you want the success in reselling, which I'm sure you do, we all do, I wish you to get a little bit closer to the mountaintop, but I want to remind you to enjoy the journey, because really, when we look back on everything, when we're all super old, we're going to think about the moments, the people we spent time with, the laughs we had, hopefully here on Trash to Cash. Hopefully this is where you're spending most of your time, if we're being honest.